Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Global Awakening. Become invincible from the moment you obtain the Soul-Zanbing sword. Chapter 81. Winter Lion is still in the world of space cracks. And now he appears. But appearing at this time, Dongxi had to face the three kings of the Xie family. Isn't this a suicide? Chu Shi's performance this time was able to force Qian Jun into a desperate situation. Everyone present found it incredible. But at this moment, they are facing the three kings of the Xie family, the three seven-star war kings. Mr. Winter Lion. Down at the hunting guild, Yanya was deeply attracted by the familiar voice. But more of it was panic. Why did it appear? Is Chu Shi really Mr. Dongxi's woman? A woman who is willing to give her life for it? Winter Lion. What everyone is talking about right now is the name of Winter Lion. Liu Yexi did not blink at this moment. From the open space channel, a man in black robe appeared, holding a thin and long knife. It was Yi Xinghe who completed the solution after the passage was opened. In the Tensa Zangetsu state, Yi Xinghe is countless times stronger than before. After all, Yi Xinghe has now broken through to a one-star battle spirit, and the power of the soul-slaying sword has reached 38%. As soon as Yi Xinghe appeared, he directly cut off Xie Bo's pull on the ice fire purple rat king. Here comes another interesting little guy. Xie Bo was not angry when his method was interrupted. Instead, he looked at Yi Xinghe with interest. The same goes for Xie Fu and Xie Yao. The three of them have experienced too many storms and waves, and this time the three of them joined forces. They didn't think that the boy who appeared in front of them could change the outcome. I just think it will make them have more fun. In the detection of mental power, although this kid is also very strong, there is still some gap between his strength and theirs. Well done, we can capture this couple of fools together. I didn't expect this Winter Lion to be hiding in the world of space cracks. It's ridiculous. Do you still want to reverse the situation? The strong warriors of the Xie family, especially Xie Ji and Xie Ziyang, who had fought against Yi Xinghe and Chu Shi. They suffered great losses at the hands of Yi Xinghe and Chu Shi, and almost died at the hands of these two people. Of course I hope neither of them can escape. They were still thinking about the Winter Lion before, why didn't it appear? Worried about running away alone. Now that both of them are here, the hidden dangers in the Xie family's future can be eliminated. Why did you come out? Chu Shi knew that the Winter Lion was inside, but seeing the Winter Lion appear now made her feel uncomfortable. Because the three kings of the Xie family are too powerful. Single quote. Its appearance will not change anything. On the contrary, it will make Chu Shi feel more guilty towards him. It is better for one person to die than for two people to die. Take you and Xiaozi and fight them out. In response to Chu Shi, it was just a calm, indifferent speech. Although the voice was not loud, it was enough to touch Chu Shi's whole heart. Some of the war spirits below, as well as the powerful king of war, could also hear it while paying close attention. Use the most bland taste and say the most domineering words. Fight out. Didn't Winter Lion understand that what he was facing now was not a war spirit, nor an ordinary war king, but the three kings of the Xie family, three powerful seven-star war kings? It is unrealistic, which makes the geniuses from all over the Dongyao mansion below and from various colleges who are on the battle master list feel that this is a fantasy. Is that possible? Liu Yexi looked at the figure of the Winter Lion above. After all, this can't just be said with words, it needs to be proven with strength. Weird aura, this kid has the strength of an ordinary war king, but he still can't compare with those three old guys. Isn't he in his most powerful posture now? There are three vice presidents of the unrivaled academy. Among them, there is a 5-star war king, a 6-star war king, and a 7-star war king. Able to detect and capture more. But I still don't think that Winter Lion has the strength to challenge the three kings of the Xie family. Kill out. What do you think the three of us are? Xie Yao chuckled. He didn't take Yi Xinghe's words to heart at all. At this time, Yi Xinghe's left hand was slightly raised and moved toward his face. Remember this face, he will be your nightmare. Yi Xinghe's tone gradually turned cold. Boom. At this time, the face slowly gathered into a mask. Void. It can only be used if Zangetsu is used. I got a gold treasure chest before and opened it to get a blur. It's just that this blur means that Yi Xinghe currently only has 5 minutes. But 5 minutes is completely enough for Yi Xinghe. This is currently Yi Xinghei's strongest stance. Swastika Tensa Zanjetsu, plus virtualization. In an instant, the aura on Yi Xinghei's body surged in vain. The sense of oppression created by this surge finally made the three kings of the Xie family on the opposite side no longer maintain their previous calmness. The sense of crisis is getting stronger and stronger. At this point, they can no longer underestimate the young people in front of them. Shocking oppression erupted in the sky. Even the superpowers below are affected, thanks to the other war kings taking action to stop this oppression. But those war kings who blocked it also had cold sweat on their faces. Horrible. The three vice presidents of Unrivaled Academy were dumbfounded at this moment. Such a breath can make them fearful. 8-star war king, or even 9-star war king. Who is this winter lion? This power is so terrifying. The aura on his body is no longer something that humans can possess. Alien, there is an alien aura appearing on him. The three vice presidents of Unrivaled Academy and other powerful warriors were deeply shocked. 3 old guys, can you stop me? Whoosh, Shunpo used. In this state, Shunpo's use was so fast that the three kings of the Xie family could only see a vague figure. At this moment, how dare they underestimate this winter lion? The opponent in front of us is so powerful that we must fight with all our strength. Cut it out with one knife. The three kings of the Xie family used all their strength to stop him. But the black and red crescent moon was all offset, and the three kings of the Xie family retreated nearly 100 meters in the air. A long stick appeared in Xie Bo's hand, and water waves gathered on the long stick. 2 sledgehammers appeared on Xie Fu's hands, surrounded by thunder and lightning. Xie Yao's skin glowed with golden light, and his height increased from 1.7 meters to 3 meters. The fists collided with each other, making a thumping sound, and the whole person turned into gold. With one strike, the three kings of the Xie family suffered a huge loss. With such powerful strength, even the protected Chu Shi felt that everything in front of her was not real. The back view in front of her suddenly made her feel at ease. And below, because of Winter Lion's attack, the pot had already exploded. Especially the Xie family's powerful warriors couldn't calm down for a long time. This is a result that no one in the Xie family can accept. The three kings of the Xie family were repulsed. And this is just the beginning. Boom, boom, boom. The next moment, 4 flowing figures were fighting fiercely in the sky. With 1 against 3, the Winter Lion showed its crazy fighting power at this moment. Suppressed. Those 3 old guys from the Xie family were actually suppressed. What kind of monster is this? He is indeed Chu Shi's man. At this moment, even the warrior king who was watching was filled with an inexplicable excitement. This battle happened right under their noses. Witnessing this battle, they thought it was completely impossible to fight against the enemy before, but now there has been an incredible reversal. Nightmare. It's really a nightmare. The 3 members of the Xie family roared angrily during the battle. But he was still suppressed by the Winter Lion. And Yi Xinghei knew that he only had 5 minutes. So you have to go all out. At the same time, Qianzhan's figure had disappeared. When everyone's attention was drawn towards it, he used his invisibility ability. He must do something, since Dong Shi cares so much about Chu Shi. As long as Chu Shi is firmly controlled in his hand, Dong Shi can be distracted. Those 3 uncles will have a chance. In an instant, Qianzhan appeared in front of the Ice and Fire Purple Rat King, trying to control Chu Shi, who was protected by the Ice and Fire Purple Rat King. But the next moment, the hair on his whole body exploded. That's instinct. The mask that frightened him appeared in front of him. It was Yi Xinghei who was in virtual form and fighting. Phew. 1 knife. This sword directly cut Qianzhan, the 5-star war king, in half. Xiaojun. The 3 kings of the Xie family roared angrily. They couldn't stop it at all. This Winter Lion's current state is too strong. Even they are beginning to fail. They didn't pay attention to Qianzhan's secret move at this time. After all, he was focused on fighting the Winter Lion. But what about the Winter Lion? It's really scary that he still has energy to protect Chu Shi. Qianzhan, a 5-star war king, was killed like this. So easy, just 1 knife. This made the other 3 war kings of the Xie family feel their hearts beat faster and their bodies tremble after seeing this scene. Qianzhan is dead. Winter Lion killed the 5-star war king. This is a powerful warrior king. And he was a 5-star warrior king, and he was killed like this. For those war masters here, the war king is an existence that is out of reach and aloof. Especially the war king who was killed this time was not an ordinary 1-star or 2-star war king, but a powerful 5-star war king. So shocking. To a certain extent, it also reflects the unparalleled power of the Winter Lion at this moment. Crescent Moon Clash. Yi Xinghe used Shunpo again, colliding head-on with the three of them, and the black and red crescent moon burst out. Regarding this move, the three kings of the Xie family must respond with all their strength and dare not take it lightly. But the Winter Lion in front of him disappeared. After disappearing, the Winter Lion appeared directly behind them. Yi Xinghe once again wielded Tensa Zangetsu, and hit the Getsuga Sky Chong again. As long as the speed is fast enough, a double month can be stuck. The crescent moon clashes from both sides. After using this move, Yi Xinghe didn't care about the life or death of the three kings of the Xie family. The mask on his face began to have cracks. My 5-minute virtualization time is coming soon. Therefore, Chu Shi and Xiao Zi must be taken away. But at this moment, Yi Xinghe left with Chu Shi and Xiao Zi, and the three remaining 2-star war kings of the Xie family did not dare to move at all. As for the other warrior kings here, they are just spectators. They will not interfere with the grudges between the Xie family, Dong Shi, and Chu Shi. Besides, now that the battle has reached this stage, they don't have the strength to interfere. Winter Lion allowed them to witness an extraordinary battle that was still fresh in their memory. During Shuangyu's attack, the three kings of the Xie family blocked it. But at this moment, the three of them were very embarrassed, 2 of them were pale, and Kakuzu had blood on their mouths. How many years have passed, and the 3 of them have never suffered such a big loss together. There was nothing they could do about the departure of Dong Shi, Chu Shi, and the Ice Fire Purple Rat King. Because even if the Winter Lion doesn't leave, they don't dare to fight anymore. If they endured a few more attacks just now, even the 3 of them would be in danger. Terrible. This Winter Lion broke their understanding. Especially this time, their Xie family also lost a war king. Xiao Jun died. No matter how many war spirits die, the Xie family will not feel sorry for them, but it is different when a war king dies. Especially Qian Jun, he is one of the most outstanding disciples of his eldest brother. Outside Hongwu City, their Xie family's face was really humiliated. Left alive, Dong Shi took Chu Shi and really killed him. It's so domineering, the Winter Lion is so strong. For students from other colleges here, especially girls, this battle made their delicate bodies tremble and they were extremely excited. Winter Lion is really the man of their dreams. Sure enough, Winter Lion is still stronger than his woman. These two are so perfect for each other. The entire Dongyao mansion will be excited because of this battle. Especially the old opponents of the Xie family, I am afraid they will wake up laughing in their dreams. At this time, Ren Xinue could not calm down for a long time. Whether it is Chu Shi or Dong Shi, they have already broken through to the battle spirit. So the 2 of them are no longer number 1 or number 2 on the Dongyao Mansion battle division list. But this battle can make the 2 of them number 1 and number 2 on the Dongyao Mansion battle spirit list. Especially the Winter Lion, who killed the 5-star war king with 1 blow, forced him back and injured the 3 kings of the Xie family. This achievement is amazing. Until now, Ren Xinue's mood is somewhat difficult to calm down. This will cause a huge storm in Dongyao Mansion. Their names will definitely spread throughout Dongyao Mansion, and even other nearby mansions will pay attention to them. Unexpectedly, one big event after another would happen in this space crack world outside Hongwu City. Each time is more exciting than the last. No one thought that Winter Lion could do it before, but it actually did it. With an invincible attitude, he taught the Xie family a profound lesson. The 3 kings of the Xie family may not be able to recover for a long time. I won't be worse than her. I must become stronger, become stronger. Lu Yexi took a deep breath and clenched her fists. Chu Shi gave her great encouragement. It's really good to have such a goal. One day, she will also become such a remarkable person. Sister Yi Shi. One day in the future, that Yi Xinghe may be comparable to a Winter Lion. By then, even if you 2 work together, you will be able to show off your power. Yang Xiaoxiao was beside him, smiling. She knew that Sister Yi Shi was particularly concerned about Yi Xinghe from Star Academy. And that Yi Xinghe is indeed a genius, even stronger than Sister Yi Shi. Outside Hongwu City, as Yi Xinghe left with Chu Shi and Xiaozi, the mask on his face completely cracked and fell off. After the blur ended, Yi Xinghe's aura also dropped rapidly. Arriving at a safe place on the ground below, Yi Xinghe took out the remaining 2 super recovery potions. One is for Chu Shi and the other is for Xiaozi. Taking it will be good for your recovery. Yi Xinghe spoke slowly. Chu Shi will definitely think twice about things given by others and will not accept them easily. But what the Winter Lion gave her, she swallowed it without any hesitation. After swallowing it, Chu Shi was extremely surprised that her whole body was recovering at an incredible speed. Go on, be careful. Yi Xinghe saw a little color returning to Chu Shi's pale face and smiled. Just as Yi Xinghe stood up, Chu Shi took the initiative to reach out and held her hand. Dongxi, come with me. Xiaozi, who had also recovered, also had her own huge head, gently stroking Yi Xinghe. I still have my own things to do. Yi Xinghe was a little surprised that Chu Shi held his hand, but he still put it aside. Are you kidding me? How could he leave with Chu Shi? He wants to go back to Star Academy. He wants to fight on behalf of Star Academy for the Academy battle that is about to begin in Dongyao Mansion. Moreover, Yi Xinghe still remembers that the teacher's life or death is unknown now, and he has to go to that space crack. Whether he is alive or dead, he has to find the teacher. Squeak squeak. The Ice and Fire Purple Rat King was also somewhat reluctant to leave Yi Xinghe. Take care of yourself. After Yi Xinghe left these words, he flew away from here. Chu Shi looked at Yi Xinghe's flying figure, her beautiful eyes a little lonely. But soon, a faint smile appeared on her face. Take care of yourself. He murmured 2 words. The peak battle taking place outside Hongwu City has come to an end. But the news spread at a crazy speed. There were even battle scenes that were recorded. For a time, Chu Shi, Dongxi, and the Xie family became the objects of discussion among almost 90 people in Dongyao Mansion. There are also some people and families who have grudges against the Xie family. After learning about it, I was really happy. This time, many war spirits of the Xie family were killed. 7 war kings attacked, but they couldn't stop the 2 little guys. Those 2 little guys were just 1-star combat spirits who had just made a breakthrough. In the end, Qian Jun, a 5-star war king, actually died. This time the Xie family really lost both their wife and their troops. A war king was killed, and even more face was lost. In Dongyao Mansion, among the top 10 colleges, students were also discussing fiercely. Fortunately, Chu Shi and Dongxi were not students from any college. Otherwise, one person can really sweep through the academy battle. Qingyang City in Dongyao Prefecture is not only where the Xie family is located, but also where Qianyuan College is located. Many of the younger generation of the Xie family are students of Qianyuan College. This time the family was hit hard, and they were all ashamed of it. At this moment, Qianyuan College, many tutors, senior leaders of the college, and even the vice president were gathered together. In front of them, a huge screen was projected. The battle scenes between Chu Shi and the fierce battle after the appearance of the Winter Lion were played on it. It's just that there is still a big discrepancy between what was recorded and what was seen with one's own eyes. Battles at the King of War level need to be recorded with a special recording combat device. Otherwise, whether it is the picture or the capture in all aspects, it will always appear uncoordinated. This is already the best battle video available so far. You have watched it 3 times, what do you think? The vice president of Qianyuan College, Shen Wushuang, asked the people present. This Winter Lion has registered as a hunter in the Tianai City Hunting Guild. Its own strength was not strong before, but every once in a while, its strength will increase dramatically. Especially this time outside Hongwu City, with the Xie family, the king's battle, his aura is too weird. From what my friends in Hongwucheng said, it seems to have a strange aura mixed with it. Could it be that the body was taken away by an alien, or that he shared a body with an alien? The instructors and dean of Qianyuan College present began to speculate. After all, a battle that no one was optimistic about caused the Xie family to suffer a big loss. The fall of a 5-star war king was quite sensational. The entire Dongyao mansion is paying close attention to this incident. And whether Chu Shi or Dong Shi is alive, it is really not good news for the Xie family. Vice Dean. This Winter Lion's superpowers are also very weird. The weapons he uses seem to be able to change. Could it be that he has awakened attribute weapon superpowers? Such a guy once appeared in Tianjing Mansion, and he was also powerful and terrifying. Another person spoke with a serious face. There is such a monster in Dongyao Mansion, and everyone wants to know its details. But whether it is Dongxi or Chuxi, the information they can find out is limited. Similarly, the 10 major colleges in Dongyao Prefecture are all convening to discuss the incident of a battle outside Hongwu City. In Hongwu City, Yi Xinghe showed his face and entered an hour after the battle ended. After entering, the instructor of Star Academy got the news and immediately joined Yi Xinghe. It really made them happy. But Yi Xinghe just made a random excuse. At that time, I was in chaos, but I had actually come out, but I was attracted by the battle between Winter Lion and the 3 kings of the Xie family, and did not join them immediately. This did not arouse any suspicion among the instructors of Star Academy. They didn't care what Yi Xinghe did, as long as he was safe. And at that time, everyone's attention was indeed focused on the sky. Especially after the end, there were a large number of dead ice and fire purple rats on the ground. Many people were snatching the inner elixir, and even entered the cave to hunt other ice and fire purple rats. Yi Xinghe must have also entered the cave. Knowing that Yi Xinghe was still alive, Bin Yang from Tianchong Academy quickly rushed over, and Lu Yexi from Zhenwu Academy also came over. After all, inside, the 3 of them had teamed up to kill the Xie family's fighting spirits. Of course, this news has not spread until now, and only 3 people know about it. Brother Xinghe, you are worrying me to death. Just be fine. Let's have a good dinner tonight and I'll treat you. I'll be revolving Heaven Academy in a few days to prepare for the battle. Every college attaches great importance to the start of the college war, and Bin Yang represents Tianchong College. You guy, you don't have any news at all. I thought you were dead. Lu Yexi looked at Yi Xinghe with a somewhat cold gaze. Fortunately, she was still worried. The way this guy was smiling and bouncing around now made her a little annoyed. Hey, there's something wrong with your breath. Lu Yexi, who was still complaining about Yi Xinghe, felt something keenly at this time. After all, he is the 6 Tails Firefox with the S-level ability to transform into a beast, so there will be some changes in her body due to the use of the ability. In terms of instinctive perception, this is different from mental power. Breaking through inside, Yi Xinghe was not surprised when Lu Yexi noticed it. Moreover, I also told my mentors about breaking through the 1-star battle spirit. 1-star fighting spirit. Bin Yang looked at Yi Xinghe and immediately changed his words, then this time, I have to treat you. Advanced war spirit is a great joy. Of course, when he returns to the academy this time, he is also confident that he will become a fighting spirit. I just never thought that Yi Xinghe would break through first. A treat is a trivial matter. Yi Xinghe laughed. This time in the world of Space Rift, the harvest was really good. Especially when he saved Chu Shi and killed the 5-star war king of the Xie family. In addition to killing him, he also quickly took away the storage ring in his hand. The savings of a 5-star war king are still very rich. I let you break through first. It seems that you gained a lot by acting alone. After they separated from each other, the only thing they knew was that Yi Xinghe obtained a 3-color fire flower. In addition to this, Yi Xinghe should have other gains, allowing him to successfully step into and become a 1-star combat spirit. It's not bad, so this time I treat you, it's appropriate. We will meet later, it should be the time for the academy battle. The academy battle will be the highlight next. I won't be merciful when the time comes, so be careful. Lu Yexi waved his fist and reminded Yi Xinghe, looking confident. Afterwards, the 3 of them had a meal together in Hongwu City. Outside Hongwu City, the space crack world is still open. It's just that everyone from Star Academy is preparing to return to Revolving Heaven Haicheng. Yi Xinghe went back with the instructor from Xingchen Academy. A few days later, Tianai City Star Academy. Although Yi Xinghe has not returned yet, the news about Yi Xinghe showing off his talents in the world of space cracks has spread throughout the academy. Yi Xinghe, Lu Yexi from Zhenwu Academy, and Bin Yang from Tianchong Academy. Together they killed 12 strong warriors from the Cheng family. War Spirit Warriors. There are many instructors in Star Academy who are only at this level of strength. But as a first-year student, Yi Xinghe, number 0 in the super excellent class, was already able to kill war spirits. To a certain extent, this also brought face to Star Academy. When Yi Xinghe came back, Jia Ran, the 4th grade dean, personally came out to welcome Yi Xinghe back. In any case, Yi Xinghe will represent their Star Academy as the main force. Although every academy battle, the system and rules are changing. But no matter what, although there is an element of luck, the most important thing is strength. After returning, Yi Xinghe had a gathering with Wang Qi and others. Yi Xinghe was also very generous, giving away everything he had no use for in the storage ring to Wang Qi and the others. This made Wang Qi and the others excited and grateful. It is useless to Yi Xinghe, but to them, it helps them improve their strength. As long as you make good use of it, your strength will be significantly improved in a short period of time. After getting together with Wang Qi and the others, Yi Xinghe returned to his separate residence in Xingshan College. Although I haven't been back for a long time, Star Academy will have dedicated service staff to clean it up for me. After taking a quick hot bath, Yi Xinghe was finally able to relax alone. Then he started sorting out everything in the Xie family and the 5-star war King Qianjun's storage ring. There is no need to exchange it, so Yi Xinghe keeps it. Like those monster beasts, the inner elixir of monsters, alien crystals, and even some special parts, Yi Xinghe did not need these, and had to exchange them all with the system. It took half an hour to sort it out before it was over. At this moment, Yi Xinghe had several white pills in his hand. Yi Xinghe put it directly into his mouth and started chewing it. It tastes pretty good. It's a very precious pill that can enhance mental strength. Qianjun actually hid it so well that he couldn't bear to eat it. Yi Xinghe smiled. After eating it, he could feel that his whole person had a spiritual sublimation, and his mental power had indeed improved to a certain extent. And these spiritual pills were actually obtained by Qianjun at a great cost. Originally, he was prepared and wanted to make good use of it when he broke through to the 6-star War King. But now he has no chance. System. Everything in this storage ring can be redeemed. Putting all the unnecessary items in a storage ring, Yi Xinghe slowly spoke. Immediately, the storage ring on Yi Xinghe's right palm disappeared. Yi Xinghe poured out all the spiritual pills from the medicine bottle next to him and put them into his mouth. It tastes good, and I feel very comfortable after chewing it. If other 1-star war spirits took these spiritual pills in this way, how could they possibly endure it? They might go insane and become lunatics. But Yi Xinghe is different. Although he is a 1-star war spirit, his mental strength has actually reached that of a 5-star war king. That's why you can be so bold and unscrupulous. Because Yi Xinghe could bear this kind of medicinal properties. It's just that if you eat too much, the effect behind will not be as good as before. But it also made Yi Xinghe's mental power increase a bit, making Yi Xinghe quite satisfied. Host, you can exchange it for 5 gold treasure chests, or for 1 platinum treasure chest. The system voice sounded. The portion redeemed this time was indeed quite large. Some of the spiritual objects were actually very precious, but Yi Xinghe felt that he did not need them, so he chose to exchange them. But the direct exchange for 5 gold treasure chests surprised Yi Xinghe a little. But compared to the 5 gold treasure chests, Yi Xinghe cared more about the platinum treasure chest that had never been redeemed. It's a level higher than a gold treasure chest. If you choose a platinum treasure chest, you don't know what you will get. This made Yi Xinghe curious and looking forward to it. I'm just a little worried. If I get something bad, it's not as straightforward as 5 golden treasure chests. For a moment, Yi Xinghe became a little confused. The system is waiting for Yi Xinghe's reply. Exchange for platinum treasure chest. After weighing the matter, Yi Xinghe still chose to redeem the platinum treasure chest that had never been redeemed before. After all, the more advanced the treasure chest is, the more it will definitely not let you down. Host has obtained a platinum treasure chest. Should you open the platinum treasure chest now? The system's voice sounded again. Open the platinum treasure chest. Of course it is turned on, but do you still want to keep it for winter? Is it good or bad? You'll know it yourself right away. Successfully opened the platinum treasure chest. This is grass. Is there still this thing? Yi Xinghe became ecstatic when he heard the words coming from the system. Reward. Hado 90 black coffin, Hado 96 one sword cremation. The platinum chest was opened by Kido. There is no need to chant, Yi Xinghe can use it directly. The current power level is maximized, which is the same as the power of the soul-slaying sword, 38%. Hado 90 black coffin can be used 3 times. Hado 96 one sword cremation can be used 3 times. Hado 90 black coffin can kill ordinary 5-star war kings including 5-star war kings. Hado 96 one sword cremation can kill ordinary 7-star war kings including 7-star war kings. They can all be used 3 times, and their power level makes Yi Xinghe very satisfied. This time, in the world of space cracks outside Hongwu City, I was able to use the swastika twice, but both times have been used up. In order to be able to solve it completely and freely, the power of the soul-cutting sword must be increased to 55%. Therefore, this time the platinum treasure chest is opened, and Hado, black coffin, and Hado, cremation with a knife are obtained, which is another trump card for Yi Xinghe. If they had obtained it earlier, the 3 kings of the Xie family could have been cremated with a single sword, seriously injuring them at great cost, or even killing one of the 3. The opening of the platinum treasure chest did not disappoint me, and my choice was correct. Time passed by and half a month had passed since Yi Xinghe returned to Xingqian Academy. Yi Xinghe has not left the academy for the past half month, and occasionally ventures into the virtual battlefield. Every breakthrough in the virtual battlefield will attract the attention of the entire academy. The clearance record for the level 4 difficulty level has been broken by Yi Xinghe. If someone else breaks it, it will definitely cause a huge sensation. It's just that Yi Xinghe is different. After all, compared to his achievements outside Hongwu City and in the world of space rifts, this is really nothing. In this way, day after day passed in the Star Academy. Yi Xinghe broke through from a 1-star fighting spirit to a 3-star fighting spirit. Also promoted from 1st grade to 2nd grade. The date for the upcoming Dongyao Mansion Academy battle has finally been decided. The system and rules have changed to some extent. Each college sends 7 people to fight, divided into team battles and individual battles. There will be corresponding points at that time, finally ranked by points. After the system rules are released, within 2 days, the college must submit the list of participants. Once confirmed, it cannot be changed. Star Academy quickly identified 7 people. Headed by the 3-star combatant Ling Yi Xinghe, followed by the 4th-year 1-star combatant Han Yifan. The remaining 5 are all 9-star battle masters, 2 men and 4 women. 2 boys named Di Renbin and Xuan Yang. Among the 4 girls, there are 2 sisters, Yu Wenchao and Yu Wenxi, and 2 girls named Zhou Yu and Dong Xiaomei. The place where the academy battle is held has not changed. It is the largest city among the 10 cities in Dongyao Mansion, Longyao City. Longyao City is also where Longdu College, ranked first among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture, is located. This time going to Longyao City, Star Academy needs to leave first. In addition to the 7 students participating in the battle, there were also dozens of instructors, 2 deans of 3rd and 4th grade students, and a war king accompanying them. The strong warrior king is none other than Yuan Hao, a close friend of Yi Xinghe's teacher Huonan. Yi Xinghe had seen it before. The teacher's storage ring was given to him by the elder. Only his teacher knows the news about the dean. But now the teacher's life or death is unknown, and Jia Ran and the others cannot contact the dean at all. In the academy battle, at such a critical time, a strong warrior must be in charge. The only one who can be invited is Yuan Hao. After all, the former Yuan Hao also served as the vice president of Star Academy. As for the other students of Star Academy, there are still mentors who cannot follow them, so they will have to witness the academy battle through real-time broadcast. For each college, the ranking of the college is extremely important. It's not just about face, so superficial, but the most important point is the allocation of resources in Dongyao Mansion. The higher the ranking, the more resources are allocated. Longyao City is the largest city in Dongyao Mansion. Not only is it big, but its level of prosperity is not comparable to other cities. This is also where the Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild headquarters is located. These days, many family forces from all over Dongyao Mansion have come to Longyao City. Not only these family forces, but also their outstanding children participated in the academy battle. There is another extremely important factor, that is, after every academy battle, Longyao City will open the Holy Tower in the city. The Holy Tower has existed in Longyao City for thousands of years. Only the King of War and those with powers under the King of War can enter. It is restricted by a special restriction. Each floor is equivalent to a separate space. There are a large number of monsters, and aliens imprisoned inside. Strength from low to high. For each level that reaches the level of clearance, you will receive a reward. Among them are rewards that make people with superpowers go crazy and advance their superpowers. After every academy battle, many war kings will be born after entering the Holy Tower. Of course, it is also dangerous inside the Holy Tower. Although the Holy Tower will trigger certain protection, it may not be fully protected every time. There is some possibility of death. However, the probability of death is very low. Only 1 among 10 people may appear, and even one cannot reach it. Where there are opportunities, there will be risks. This is already worth taking the risk for many people. In other 9 cities, the tutors, deputy deans, and even deans of the 9 major colleges all took the students there in person. Along the way, everyone was talking about Longyao City. Yi Xinghe was on the road, listening to the elders talk about the Holy Tower. Also on the communication bracelet, inquire about things related to the Holy Tower. This made Yi Xinghe become very interested. After all, in the academy battle, you won't feel too much pressure against any opponent. But this Holy Tower is different. Yi Xinghe can benefit from any reward that can be triggered. As the day for the start of the academy war approaches, the main personnel of the other 9 academies have basically arrived. Before Yi Xinghe entered the city, he was attracted by the towering tower in the city that was full of mysterious atmosphere. The Holy Tower has a total of 101 floors. In the past 1,000 years, even those extremely powerful 9-star war kings could only enter the 99th floor and come out alive. I entered the 100th floor and let the 100th floor light up, but I didn't come out alive. Over the course of 1,000 years, powerful war kings have arrived in Dongyao Mansion and other mansions. But the 100th floor of the Holy Tower seems to be under a spell. There were too many war kings who died inside, and no one dared to step in. You can rush to the 99th floor at most and come out after you get the reward. Even if it is level 99, the rewards are enough. Because those who obtained the 9-star war kings soon left the realm of war kings and successfully advanced to breakthroughs. Anyone who sees the Holy Tower of Longyao City for the first time will be deeply attracted. After entering the city, the group headed towards Longdu Academy. The 9 colleges will temporarily stay at Longdu College. Longdu College is the first college in Dongyao Prefecture. They all have extremely important weight in Longyao City. Now that the other 9 colleges have arrived, they have all arranged the best accommodation. In terms of teaching resources, I don't know how much higher Longdu College is than Xingshan College. After Yi Xinghe entered, he could feel the atmosphere that was different from that of Xingshan Academy. Since participating in the college war, the colleges will collect some information about the participants from each other. Of course, these messages are not all. Everyone has something to hide, and it is impossible to expose everything. In a battle, if the opponent is evenly matched, the other party will be prepared first, or have a way to deal with it, which will be troublesome. After completing the check-in procedures, there was free time for activities in Longdu College. Except for some areas, which are specifically warned not to be entered. Yi Xinghe can go to other places. However, Yi Xinghe first met up with Liu Yexi as agreed in the previous contact. Liu Yexi, whom I haven't seen for a long time, is an eye-catching girl even here at Longdu College. Those long legs are enough to make many boys fascinated. That is Liu Yexi from Zhenwu Academy. She is said to have the most beautiful legs in Guanyucheng, and she is well deserved. If these legs are placed in our Longdu Academy, I would call her the strongest. The boy next to her is Yi Xinghe from Xingshan College. This guy is amazing. He is currently a sophomore at Xingshan College and he is actually able to participate in the college battle. I've heard about him, he is indeed a genius. There are many students from Longdu College everywhere in the college. At the place where Yi Xinghe and Liu Yexi met, many Longdu College students started talking in low voices after seeing the two of them. Liu Yexi could hear these people talking, but she had become accustomed to it. Of course, she is also very confident about her beautiful legs. Sometimes it is even more necessary to show off one's own characteristics and one's own beauty. A girl, more or less, they all have their own little thoughts. There's something different about you. After the meeting, Yi Xinghe looked at Liu Yexi with a smile. Hey, where are you looking at? Yi Xinghe's gaze locked, making Liu Yexi lower his head slightly, and then became a little shy and angry. She also knew that it was indeed different. Well, she didn't know how to explain it, because even she was a little surprised. Teacher Ren and the college really paid a lot for her. Although there is no advancement in her abilities, her beast transformation is already the 8 tails fire fox. With 2 more tails, the whole body has changed. The biggest manifestation of this change is on the chest. I'm just curious, how long will it take? It won't happen. Yi Xinghe chuckled, and then spoke again, but I still want to congratulate you, you have also become a war spirit. If I didn't break through the battle spirit this time, I would really be embarrassed to see you. Not only did she break through to a fighting spirit, but she was also promoted to a 3-star fighting spirit in a short period of time. He's from Qianyuan College. The 7 people from Qianyuan College this time are not easy. The seniors and senior sisters from our Longdu College who participated in the war are all under pressure. Indeed, after receiving the news, everyone is a ruthless character. At this time, the surprised voices of some students from Longdu College were heard not far away. They saw students wearing Qianyuan College clothes. Among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture, the strength of the top 3 colleges is actually very different. Especially this time, Qianyuan College has great strength and competes for the first place with a lot of information obtained by Longdu College. After Yi Xinghe heard this, he originally wanted to leave with Liu Yexi, but stopped. Similarly, Liu Yexi also looked not far away. In Qianyuan College, Yi Xinghe only knew 2 people. One is Xiao Lai, who has a bad relationship, and the other is Su Xianer, who has a good relationship with them. It just made Yi Xinghe very confused. Su Xianer was not on the list of the 7 people sent by Qianyuan Academy this time, but that guy Xiao Lai was. After all, the list is final and cannot be changed. Xiao Lai's superpower has advanced to SS. Although he suffered a lot at the hands of Yi Xinghe. But this guy has the full support of the Xiao family. According to some of the information that Yi Xinghe learned, the Xiao family has simply sold everything to support Xiao Lai. Xiao Lai is already the hope of the entire Xiao family. As for Xiao Lai, it seemed that he was also lucky. Now he is also a 4-star combat spirit in Qianyuan Academy. This time, I became one of the 7 people participating in the battle, but I only got it by defeating other seniors. Even among the 7, he is the weakest. Being able to represent Qianyuan College in the war was already an honor for Xiao Lai. Moreover, Xiao Ling also brought everyone from the Xiao family to cheer Xiao Lai. After all, this is his grandson that he is proud of. Playing on behalf of Qianyuan College this time gave him face. Even among the 7, he is the weakest. It's just that it's much better than the geniuses from other colleges. Those 7 people from Qianyuan College are very strong. I heard that Xiao Lai, who is on the list, is originally from their star college. He doesn't seem to have a good relationship with you. Liu Yexi murmured beside him. Liu Yexi knew that the matter between herself and Xiao Lai was still very easy. By the way, there is another girl we have a very good relationship with, Su Xianer. She seems to like you very much. Liu Yexi continued to speak, but her beautiful eyes were observing the changes in Yi Xinghe's expression from time to time. These are not secrets, Liu Yexi knows it easily. That girl is just a little brat. She looks like a younger sister. Sister, what about me? Liu Yexi looked at Yi Xinghe's ungrateful smile and asked deliberately. You are older than her, so I treat you as an older sister. Yi Xinghe glanced at Liu Yexi's current murder weapon. That's what scumbags say. Liu Yexi rolled her eyes at Yi Xinghe. This guy is not serious and can't believe a word he says. But for some reason, Liu Yexi was still happy. It turns out that this guy likes big ones. Then your advantage exists. That's Yi Xinghe from Star Academy. It's really him. This guy is really capable. He is indeed capable. Senior Sister Shaner seems to be very concerned about this guy, and according to the information, he has an inexplicable relationship with Liu Yexi from Jungwoo Academy. Students from Qianyuan College appeared not far away. Because it was close to Longyao City, many outstanding third-year and fourth-year students from Qianyuan College were brought here. Moreover, Longdu College will also arrange accommodation. After all, the two colleges have similar strengths and often communicate with each other. Qianyuan College is recognized by Longdu College. As for other colleges ranked lower, Longdu College will not be so hospitable and generous. Yi Xinghe and Liu Yexi were already far away at this time. The two of them visited all the places that Longdu Academy could enter. Soon both of them talked about the Holy Tower. After all, after the Academy War ended, the most exciting thing in Longyao City was undoubtedly entering the Holy Tower. Each time you pass a level in the Holy Tower, you will receive a reward. The higher you go, the richer the rewards. This will attract many powerful warriors from Dongyao City. Similarly, from the nearest Tianjing mansion, there will also be powerful warriors who come here specially. Before they knew it, the two of them had been shopping for 2 hours. During this period, I met many people from other colleges. Many of them were participants in this academy battle. Although they are competitors, there is no grudge between them. Some people who are more lively and cheerful and good at dealing with people will take the initiative to come and get to know each other. Of course, some boys, many of them, asked for the contact information of Liu Yexi's communication bracelet, while some girls were attracted to Yi Xinghe. After all, Yi Xinghe is extremely attractive because of his good looks rather than his strength. Of course, appearance and strength coexist, and the charm will undoubtedly be greater. But when Yi Xinghe and Liu Yexi wanted to separate, they each returned to their resting place. At this time, Yi Xinghe saw people from the Xie family appearing in Longdu College. Xie Ji, Xie Ziyang and the others, who had fought against each other before, brought with them a group of strong warriors from the Xie family. He's from the Xie family. Liu Yexi's tone became colder when she saw the Xie family. After all, Liu Yexi also killed Xie family fools. And not long ago, the battle between the Xie family and Chu Shi and Dong Shi made her see the shamelessness of the Xie family again. After the academy battle, the Holy Tower will be opened, and that old guy from the Xie family may also enter. Liu Yexi thought of something and spoke to Yi Xinghe. Holy Tower, I really want to go in and have a try now. Yi Xinghe smiled slightly, and now his mind was filled with curiosity about the Holy Tower. If you have any questions, please contact me anytime. Liu Yexi glanced at Yi Xinghe. This guy was completely more interested in the Holy Tower than she was. Good. Yi Xinghe nodded and left from another direction. Longdu College these days, people from the top 10 colleges gather together. There was no conflict between them. At most, the colleges that wanted to be close to each other in terms of overall strength were bickering with each other. After all, the rules have been stated beforehand. Before the academy battle begins, those who cause trouble and fights will be disqualified. If there is one less person among the 7, there will be less points. In terms of points ranking, sometimes even a few points difference is very important. 10 days passed peacefully like this. 10 days are for students from other colleges to rest and attack at their peak state. The 11th day was supposed to be the start of the academy battle. But just at night, I received a notice. The start of the academy battle will be suspended. The academy battle is suspended, which makes many people confused. After all, although such things have happened before, they can be counted on one hand. It actually paused. In the room, Yi Xinghe, who had just received the news, was also very curious. I used my communication bracelet to contact Senior Han Yifan, but the reply I got didn't tell me what happened. There were constant discussions in Longdu Academy. If we can't get the news, it will be a sleepless night after all. And 2 hours later, the news was finally released. The release of the news shocked all the participants in the top 10 colleges. But after the shock, there was a deep excitement. Because the academy battle will start in a completely new way. In the deserted land on the border of Dongyao Mansion, a rare wave of monsters, and aliens appeared. The defense over there needs a lot of support. A total of 70 students from the top 10 colleges will be sent there. Of course, in order to protect every student, Dongyao Mansion will give life-saving items. This life-saving thing is the Space Stone. When you feel an overwhelming crisis, crush it. There will be corresponding warrior kings who possess space stones, and they can pass through the space passage and arrive as soon as possible. Of course, if the space stone is used, it means elimination. But this time, the 7 people from the academy participating in the war, whether they are groups or individuals, will not be restrained. Each person will wear a special recorder. This recorder can not only open battle records and conduct online broadcasts, but can also immediately estimate the points of slain monsters, and aliens. This is the real battle. It's exciting, I can finally let go and have a fight. This time, I must become famous in Dongyao Mansion. At night, where the participants from the top 10 colleges lived, they were surprised and satisfied with the sudden change in the college battle. After all, whether it is a monster, or alien, it is a battle of life and death. It also depends on everyone's ability. As for cheating, the risk it takes will embarrass the college, and no one wants to do that. Those who can represent the college in the war are the 7 strongest people recognized by the college. They are considered geniuses and have arrogance in their bones. If you want to win, you must win in an upright manner. The intelligence messages coming from the deserted land on the border of Dongyao Mansion were uniformly sent to the communication bracelets of 70 students. Yi Xinghe also examined it carefully. After all, I have also experienced the battle at Golden Rock Castle, but some of the video footage I have obtained now is dozens of times scarier than that at Golden Rock Castle. In the picture, there are even 5th level monsters, and aliens appearing. It is unimaginable that the guarded place on the border was breached. With this level of monsters, and aliens, the few towns built over there will probably be destroyed in an instant. After all, Dongyao Mansion is so big, in addition to the top 10 major cities, there are countless small towns. These small towns are regarded as strongholds and the most important places to connect the big cities with each other. 3 days later, 70 students from the top 10 colleges were sent to the border of Dongyao Mansion. Here there is a huge wall of nearly 100 meters that surrounds and blocks the desolate land. On the giant wall platform, there are crystal cannons with supernatural powers arranged. It requires the consumption of energy crystals, and their power varies greatly, but the weakest superpower crystal cannon can easily kill 2nd-level monsters, and aliens. A large number of supernatural crystal cannons are powerful in removing 3rd-level monsters, and aliens. There are only 10 level 4 supernatural crystal cannons. It can cause damage to, and even kill, monsters, and aliens in the late 4th level. Of course, the consumption is also huge, almost 100 times that of the 3rd-level supernatural crystal cannon. The only thing is a 5th-level supernatural crystal cannon. It is extremely troublesome to start, and the interval between each shot takes 20 minutes. The required energy crystals are beyond the reach of even the strongest warrior kings. The cost is too great. But this 5th-level supernatural crystal cannon is the nightmare of many 5th-level monsters, and aliens. On this giant wall is a real weapon. The cities in Dongyao Prefecture are where the top 10 colleges are located. At this moment, the live broadcast of the border and the front line of the deserted land is being played. Tianai City, Star Academy. Students gather together by grade. On the huge screen, watching and waiting. Where has the galaxy gone? I want to see the galaxy. As Yi Xinghe's classmates, Wang Qi and others looked expectant at this time. They wanted to cheer for Yi Xinghe. Similarly, for the entire Xingqian Academy, what they are most concerned about is the situation of Yi Xinghe. The college's ranking depends largely on Yi Xinghe's performance. Among the 7, only Yi Xinghe and Han Yifan were fighting spirits. As for other powerful academies, such as the top 4 academies, all 7 of them are strong warriors. This is the gap. It can be said to be a huge gap. Star Academy ranked 9th. This time, the instructors and senior management of the college only hope to make progress. Looking forward to reaching 8th place. It would be really nice if we could compete and reach 7th place. Of course, with good luck, Yi Xinghe got more points and advanced to 6th place, which would make many of them laugh out of their dreams. As for the 5th one, it is a fantasy and unrealistic. The college battle will actually change. I really didn't expect it this time. I don't know, is this a good thing? But on the border, in that desolate land, how could there be a tide of monsters, and aliens? The most recent such thing recorded was 50 years ago. The instructors were sitting in the best seats and couldn't help but express their doubts at this moment. Soon, the Shingshan Academy's online broadcast showed the faces of 7 people on the screen. When they saw the faces of the 7 people, the first-year students and girls who had just entered Star Academy couldn't help but scream. Senior Xinghei, so handsome. So handsome. Senior Xinghei, come on. All of them are socially awesome beings and don't care about other people's eyes at all. Senior Xinghei, here comes Ollie. Many first-year boys also shouted in unison. For them, it is a place out of reach. There are powerful monsters, and aliens that can easily take their lives. But the 7 seniors and sisters who represent their Star Academy will win glory for the Star Academy. At the same time, Yi Xinghei and Han Yifan were already standing on one side of the giant wall. At this moment, not far in front of them, there was a small flying instrument. These flight instruments are photographing them. The 5th level supernatural crystal cannon. At this time, Yi Xinghei turned his gaze to the nearly 10-meter cannon in the center not far away. It can hurt monsters, and aliens in the late 5th level. This power is really too powerful. Even if you want to block this shot, it is extremely difficult. Xinghei, be careful alone. At this time, people from other colleges were already flying out of the giant wall. It is not in the war spirit realm and cannot fly. There is a special rope that can be lowered to the bottom. Be careful too. Yi Xinghei and 6 people together will actually affect the points gained. This is also the advice given by the elders and Jia Ran. I hope Yi Xinghei will act alone and the other 5 people will work together. When the 6 of them, Yi Xinghei and Han Yifan, separated, everyone at the Star Academy in Tian'ai City exclaimed. Senior Xinghei, will you act alone? Isn't this too dangerous? Let's all take care of it together. Senior Xinghei is a real man, fearless. Kill. It should be Director Jia Ran and the elders who want to act alone, right? With Xinghei's strength, it is indeed better to act alone. The main thing is to gain more points. Let's watch and look forward to Xinghei's performance. Everywhere, students and tutors looked attentively. The huge screen was quickly split into 2 pieces. One is the figure of Yi Xinghei in action, and the other is the figure of the other 6 people in action. And in the sky above the deserted land, Yi Xinghei already held Hyoran Pill in his hand. There are flying monsters and monsters even in the sky. When humans are found in the air, they are all killed. Boom, boom, boom. On the giant wall, nearly 1,000 supernatural crystal cannons were fired. They all locked on a certain target and bombarded monsters, and aliens further away. Yi Xinghei passed by Yi Xinghei in the air and was hit by 3 superpower crystal cannons. Can change the trajectory. Yi Xinghei was slightly surprised. After all, at this time, it was very likely that the superpowers fighting here would be harmed. But just now Yi Xinghei clearly felt that when it was about to hit him, the artillery fire directly avoided him in a certain arc. Interesting. Yi Xinghei smiled. But at this time, an early stage 4th level fierce swallow's sharp claws came down hard on Yi Xinghei's head. It screamed, and the flames flapping its wings surrounded Yi Xinghei. This scene was all captured by the instruments flying next to it. The real-time transmission was broadcast on the big screens in Tian'ai City and Shingshan Academy. Even though they knew that Yi Xinghei was powerful, those who had never seen the scene before, first-year, second-year students, and even many third-year students were frightened. However, in the picture, the color of the flames surrounding Yi Xinghei suddenly dimmed, and the flames were frozen. Its freezing power made it impossible for Li Huiyan's sharp claws to move. Li Huiyan struggled, but the next moment he turned into an ice sculpture. Yi Xinghei stretched out his left hand, and the ice sculpture shattered and fell down. On Yi Xinghei's left hand was Li Huiyan's inner elixir. A fierce fire swallow at the early stage of the 4th level was instantly killed in one encounter. As for all this, Yi Xinghei looked calm. 35 points. Looking at the displayed points, Yi Xinghei murmured. I don't know how the instrument estimates the integral, but for Yi Xinghei, it's not a big problem. After all, this is the first level 4 monster. Yi Xinghei was very calm in the picture, but the students and instructors at Shingshan Academy who watched this scene were not calm. Even for the instructor of Star Academy, this was the first time that he could see Yi Xinghe take action so clearly and truly. People are really looking forward to it. Everyone wants to see how amazing Yi Xinghe will be in this battle with monsters, and aliens in the deserted land. In Longyao City, Yuanao, Jiaran, and other instructors from Star Academy were all in Longdu Academy. They are also paying close attention. Huonan, this student of yours will not let you down. He is really outstanding. Yuan Hao saw Yi Xinghe's performance and was extremely satisfied. He also knew that Yi Xinghe had a big lead in how far Xingqian Academy could go this time, and his performance was extremely important. In the deserted land, Yi Xinghe killed flying monsters and monsters in the air. There are both 3rd and 4th levels. Personal points continue to grow. In the air, there are still supernatural beings guarding the legion below, who are also fighting monsters, and aliens. Mainly the battle masters and the powerful warriors. Many of the superpowers guarding the legion are also paying attention to the performance of the 70 geniuses from the 10 major colleges. The addition of these 70 people has indeed alleviated a lot of pressure on them. The wave of monsters, and aliens that broke out this time was quite unexpected. Fortunately, in the border guarding area, the guarding army has always been vigilant about everything from the outside world. Already reacted immediately, blocking those monsters, and aliens 300 meters away from the giant wall. Beasts, let you see what real power is. Burn it, Yan Mengu. And in the battle, a place farther away. In the area where Xiaolai was, he was also acting alone. The 7 people in Qianyuan Academy are all strong warriors. They can get more points if they act alone. Moreover, they are not too far apart from each other, so they can join together as soon as possible if they encounter danger. At this moment, Xiaolai's whole body was surrounded by blazing flames, transforming into a fierce tiger. His overall speed and strength have been greatly improved. Charged towards the monster beasts that gathered no less than 100 heads. That was the Gale Silver-Horned Wolf, mainly the 3rd level, the 4th level was the Wolf King and the Wolf Queen. At this time, they were facing a powerful enemy and wanted to avoid it, but the tiger transformed by Xiaolai's flames grew in size again. The phantom that was 3 meters before became 6 meters. With a roar, it really sounded like a tiger roaring, and it resounded loudly. The recent 3rd level silver-horned wolves were severely injured and fell down. The 4th level Wolf King and the Wolf Queen roared and rushed towards Xiaolai. The 6-meter phantom tiger that Xiaolai transformed into suppressed the Wolf King and the Wolf Queen and smashed them into the ground. In Longyao City, Xiao Ling, who was always paying attention to Xiaolai's performance, was extremely excited at this moment. Next to them, Xiaolai's parents and other members of the Xiao family were also extremely excited. Haha, you are indeed my good grandson. The Wolf Queen is in the middle of the 4th level, and the Wolf King is a late 4th level monster. How could he be suppressed so easily by Lear? Xiao Ling laughed. There is nothing happier than watching your grandson show off. This time it's about showing off and pretending hard. Because this is only good for Xiaolai, Qianyuan Academy will value him even more. Although that boy is very strong, he should be a little inferior to Lear. The power of the family is not something he can compare to on his own. Xiao Ling also paid attention to Yi Xinghe. After all, his beloved grandson suffered a lot at the hands of this kid. But every time, Xiaolai picked himself up again and became stronger every time. The resources of Star College are far inferior to those of Qianyuan College, plus the full support of Xiaolai and the Xiao family. That boy Yi Xinghe, what are you comparing him to? The family has a strong foundation. Of course, the current Xiao family is unable to cultivate others. All the resources he took were thrown at Xiaolai. As long as Xiaolai breaks through to the King of War, there will only be more feedback to the Xiao family in the future. Old Bin, look at Lear, do you really not want to think about this grandson-in-law? At this time, Xiao Ling smiled and said to the person sitting next to him. The person next to him was none other than Su Bin, the head of the Su family in Tianai City. Su Bin brought many people from the Su family to Longyao City. Su Xianer was not allowed to represent Qianyuan College and participate in the college battle, which made Su Bin very confused. However, he knew that Su Xianer was being secretly taught by the old dean of Qianyuan College. This is Xianer's opportunity. Just waiting for the end of this academy battle and the opening of the Holy Tower, will we be able to see Shawnr. Su Bin really treated Shawnr as his granddaughter. It has been a long time since I last contacted and met Su Xian'er. The only thing she can rest assured about is that the old dean of Qianyuan College, Su Xian'er, told her back then that he was really nice to her. Shawnr is still young, and there is still a long way to go in the future. Xiao Lai may be good, but if he wants to pursue Shawnr, he has to queue up at Qianyuan College. Su Bin spoke very coldly. Old Bin, you have such a high vision now. My Lear is also growing up. He will not be weaker than your Shawnr in the future. Xiaoling also knew that Su Shawnr's potential was huge. The most important thing is the old dean of Qianyuan Academy, who is among the top warriors in Dongyao Mansion. In terms of personal connections, he can also provide Su Xian'er with a lot of help. Of course, if his grandson can capture Shawnr, Shawnr will also be a member of the Xiao family. If the Su family and the Xiao family are integrated, not only Tian'ai City, but the entire Dongyao Mansion will have a certain reputation in the future. Xiaoling is really looking forward to such a day. It's a pity that Su Bin is very unhappy. A deserted land, a battle outside the giant wall. That's Xiao Lai. Han Yifan and 6 other people were nearby. So Xiao Lai's actions were seen. Through their field of vision, they could also see some scenes of Xiao Lai's battle through the real-time broadcast from Star Academy. This made the instructor of Star Academy feel a little sad. Originally, Xiao Lai was also a student of their Star Academy. Besides Xiao Lai, there is also Su Xian'er. If the two of them had not dropped out of Xingchen College and were with Yi Xinghe, their Xingchen College results would undoubtedly be more promising in this academy battle. So strong. Is that person the senior, the Xiao Lai that the senior said? Could he be stronger than senior Xinghe? He killed all the hundreds of Gale Silver Horned Wolves by himself. It's too strong, and it seems there is still some strength left. For the first-year students of Star Academy, this scene was even more shocking. And this Xiao Lai should have been their senior. However, he was favored by Qianyuan College and had a better chance of development. If this opportunity were presented to them, they would make the same choice. Because Qianyuan College is the third college, the resources available to the same first-year students are 5 times more than theirs. 5 times more, I feel envious just thinking about it. In the short term, the difference in strength will not be too big. In the long term, people with the same talent must be from Qianyuan College and advance faster. Everything is so realistic, but they can only think about it. After all, Qianyuan Academy looks down on them. Xiao Lai felt happy all over after killing the Gale Silver Horned Wolf pack. The blood made him even more excited. This time he would let the people of Dongyao Mansion know his name. He is Xiao Lai from the Xiao family in Tian'ai City. Boom, boom. There are constant fierce battles in the deserted land, but the most powerful ones are only the 4th-level monsters, and aliens. The 5th level has not been encountered yet. Yi Xinghe, who had fallen down to fight, had actually noticed it a long time ago. It's not that there aren't 5th-level monsters, and aliens. Instead, they were blocked from the outside by the guarding legions here, those powerful warrior kings. After all, 5 levels of monsters, and aliens will cause certain damage to the giant wall if they are at close range. They already have the wisdom of ordinary humans and will attack the supernatural crystal cannon on the wall to destroy it. The existence of the supernatural crystal cannon is crucial when facing the tide of monsters, and aliens, as it can reduce casualties. I'm going to crush you all. Let you beasts see what real power is. An extremely loud voice sounded not far from the battle between Yi Xinghe. This attracted Yi Xinghe's attention. Qianyuan College, Shu Yijun. Yi Xinghe took off and saw the strong man. Yi Xinghe is able to understand certain situations and news about every person participating in the war in the academy. This Shu Yijun is ranked 15th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Spirit list. It has dual powers. Among the 7 people in Qianyuan Academy, his combat power ranks 2nd. S-level superpower Boiling Black Flames, S-level superpower the power of a giant. At this moment, his whole body was wrapped in black flames. A strange sound sounded, black flames rose into the sky, and the ground began to shake. Wrapped in black flames, Shu Yijun turned into a giant. It is fully 15 meters tall, and when it waves, its palms slap down low-altitude monsters and monsters. With this shot, those monsters and monsters exploded and turned into blood mist. That guy Xu Yijun has turned into a giant. Xu Yijun, who turned into a giant, was too conspicuous on this battlefield. Many flying instruments took pictures of the huge figure surrounded by black flames. Giant. This is the power of a giant, it's so terrifying. He just slapped the monster to death with one palm. There seemed to be some early stage 4th level beings among the monsters. In various colleges in Dongyao Mansion, many people took a breath when they saw the pictures on the screens they were watching. Many people yearned for such superpowers. And an even more astonishing scene appeared. In the hand of Xu Yijun, who turned into a giant, a huge knife appeared. This sword was forged by Qianyuan Academy by the best blacksmiths from Dongyao Mansion. A total of 89 blacksmiths took 1 year to make it. Holding the giant knife in his hand, he raised his right hand slightly, and Xu Yijun spurted out a mouthful of burning black flames. The black flames were under its control, winding up. Black flames adhered to the giant knife. For a time, those monsters, and aliens did not dare to approach at all. Kill. With the word, kill, shouted out, Xu Yijun turned into a giant, and his loud and resonant voice was enough to reach the ears of every superpower fighting here. Interesting. Yi Xinghe looked at Xu Yijun not far away and smiled. It is indeed the second most powerful existence in Qianyuan Academy. According to Yi Xinghe's estimation, the 9-star war spirit's combat power has reached the level of a war king. But at most he is a 2-star war king. After all, the war spirit and the war king are not like the war master and the war spirit. The gap between them is too big. It's too difficult to surpass the level. Xu Yijun, who is comparable to the 2-star war king, is already quite good and outstanding. Whoosh. Yi Xinghe just paid attention to Xu Yijun. After all, he only gave Yi Xinghe a little attention. He was not qualified to become Yi Xinghe's opponent. The use of Shunpo made Yi Xinghe's speed extremely outstanding among students. However, the flying instruments are highly precise and can capture the movements of the strong warrior king. Therefore, Yi Xinghe can still be targeted by using Shunpo. Of course, during the real-time broadcast, a certain degree of slowing down was performed. But from the beginning to the end, Yi Xinghe only used Shunpo at 70% speed, and it was not a full explosion. If it explodes with all its strength, plus the unused 30%, it will be enough to rival a 2-star or even a 3-star war king. If it is understood, it will be even more terrifying. Wielding the Hyoran pill, Yi Xinghe could kill level 4 monsters, and aliens with no more than 3 strikes each time. In terms of the points of the 7 people from Star Academy, Yi Xinghe's personal points have exceeded the total of the other 6 people. Among the 70 people from the top 10 colleges, his personal points are almost in the middle, and his ranking rises and falls from time to time. Such results are already very good in the eyes of Xingchen Academy Yuanao, Jia Ran, and other instructors. It would be wise for them to let Yi Xinghe act alone. Of course, this is just the beginning. This time, the tide of monsters, and aliens has completely dissipated, and it will probably take a while. And this time the college war among the top 10 colleges will be in this way until everything ends. It will be a long time, but this kind of long time is worth the wait for people from the top 10 colleges. After all, this is not just an assessment, it is a fight to guard the border of Dongyao Mansion. This is a supreme honor. People in Dongyao Mansion will remember these faces. One day, some of these people will become the top experts in Dongyao Mansion. As time passed, the exhausted and injured people in each hospital returned to rest and recuperate behind the giant wall. After all, the superpowers guarding this side will be rotated, and the 70 people from the 10 major colleges who participated in this battle did not have such a rotation. Everything is under your own control, you can rest and treat injuries. Of course, if you rest for too long, your points will definitely be affected. In the 3-hour battle, personal points continued to rise and fall. However, there is a relatively large gap in the total points of the top 10 colleges. It is difficult to change the rankings in a short period of time because the total points are calculated every 6 hours. First Longdu Academy points, 32,670 points. Second Qianyuan Academy points, 30,657 points. 3rd Giant Spirit Academy points, 28,976 points. 4th Luyan Academy points, 25,346 points. 5th Jungwoo Academy points, 22,865 points. 6th Sky Academy points, 21,234 points. The 7th Unrivaled Academy points, 19,876 points. 8th Star Academy points, 17,654 points. 9th White Moon Academy points, 17,102 points. 10th Red Cloud Academy points, 14,879 points. In the overall standings, Xingqian Academy entered 8th, which is still very good. If you work hard, there is hope of reaching 7th. But it's just starting now. The final points will have to wait until the deserted land calms down and all the monsters, and aliens are cleared away. Roar. A deafening roar sounded from the cave dug by the monster below. The terrifying aura is far stronger than the existence of the 4th level. It was a monster beast covered in hard, pitch-black scales. The 5th level monster, the earth-moving beast that travels through mountains. The first big guy exposed here, making the students from the top 10 colleges jealous. An earth-moving beast that travels through mountains at the beginning of the 5th level. However, it is a relatively strong existence among the early stages of the 5th level. Already equivalent to a 3-star warrior king. This caused the superpowers guarding the nearby legion to stay away and retreat tactically. You are from our Qianyuan College. Shu Yijun, who turned into a giant, slashed at the nearly 10-meter-long mountain-walking earth beast with his giant sword attached to black flames. Boom! Thousands of earth thorns, nearly 2 meters long, appeared around the mountain-moving earth beast. Shu Yijun's attack was instantly blocked. This is far from over. The mountain-walking earth beast kicked off, jumped up, and slammed its hard head into the giant Shu Yijun. An extremely dull bombardment, although Shu Yijun had already defended in time. The big knife was in front of him, but the terrifying impact force made him fall down. After falling down, the mountain beast pounced on Shu Yijun, and Shu Yijun was in danger for a while. Court death. Not far away, the number 1 person in Qianyuan College, Zhou Tianji, who possesses the SS-level superpower of breaking the sky, took action. In the academy battle, if Shu Yijun loses his fighting power, how can they compete with Longdu Academy? Among the 7 people, he and Shu Yijun were extremely crucial. Zhou Tianji. Even the superpowers guarding the Legion knew Zhou Tianji. Ranked 5th on the battle spirit list of Dongyao Mansion, he once killed several 5th-level early-stage monsters by himself. Among the 9-star war spirits, the strength is comparable to that of ordinary war kings, which is already extremely outstanding. If there were no incidents outside Hongwu City, he would be number 3 on the battle spirit list of Dongyao Mansion. Today's Dongyao Mansion war spirit list, the 1st and 2nd place are Winter Lion and Chu Shi respectively. As if feeling the threat to his life, the mountain-walking earth beast quickly left Shu Yijun's body. Although the reaction speed was already very fast, the Qinglong crescent blade still hit its body. Even with extremely strong defense, a large number of its scales still exploded. The mountain-walking earth beast roared, and earth thorns gathered on the surrounding ground again, attacking the humans who attacked it. It's just that those earth thorns were shattered when they approached the young man's figure. The space behind Zhou Tianji, who was holding the Azure Dragon Crescent knife, began to distort. That was affected by his supernatural power, the air-shattering force. The mountain-walking earth beast endured the pain in his body and looked forward. The figure in midair already showed a humanized look of fear. And Zhou Tianji moved again. The next move must be to deal with this 5th-level mountain-walking earth beast. Because those 2 guys will be here soon. After all, according to the rules of this academy battle, whoever kills monsters, and aliens will gain points. Picking up missing items also counts. So he couldn't hold back at this time. He doesn't care if some methods are exposed. For this academy battle, Zhou Tianji did not just use one method to suppress the enemy. 9 consecutive slashes through the air. Before the mountain-walking earth beast could react, Zhou Tianji held the Qinglong crescent sword in his hand. Wherever this knife passed, cracks appeared in the space. The huge body of the mountain-walking earth beast was suppressed by a powerful earthquake. It showed pain, and it was quite difficult to escape. 9 consecutive cuts. But when it comes to the battlefield here, in the eyes of other superpowers, there seems to be only one slash. Blood splattered everywhere, and the mountain-walking earth beast in the early 5th level was actually killed directly. This is currently the only 5th level monster that has been killed among the participants from the top 10 academies. The number 1 student among Qianyuan College, Zhou Tianji. The evil genius ranked 5th on the battle spirit list of Dongyao Mansion. In the 10 major colleges of Dongyao Mansion, the scene of Zhou Tianji killing the earth-moving beast across the mountains was being played on each huge projection screen. And the 9 continuous slashing of the sky was slowed down nearly 10 times, so that the people watching could clearly see it. Suffocating. For the students of the top 10 colleges, the powerful 5th level monster was killed in this way. The first level 5 monster to be killed has even more extraordinary significance. 2,000 points. This 5th level monster actually has 2,000 points. It's too scary. The 4th level points are completely incomparable. Among the top 10 colleges, those who paid attention to Zhou Tianji's personal points all noticed the increase in points. 2,000 points is amazing. Of course, they also know that the 5th level monsters are indeed different. Is this guy Zhou Tianji that fast? The number 1 person at Longdu Academy, Jian Yuani, who was 3rd on the Dongyao Mansion War Spirit list, looked very unhappy. The place where he was before was the farthest away from here. And there are other monsters and monsters blocking it. However, he was already very fast, but he was still a step too late. Zhou Tianji's move is so powerful. Next to Jian Yuani, a petite girl suddenly appeared. She was less than 1.6 meters tall and had a pair of ponytails. Although he is not tall, his figure is quite impressive. The whole person looks very cute, and there is a lollipop in his mouth at this time. Even though she is just a little lowly, she is the eldest sister of the Giant Spirit Academy and the 4th evil genius in Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list. Yuan Yi. Zhou Tianji is so hateful, how about we work together to get rid of him? The girl showed a sly look. Lu Qingning. I'm not interested. Jian Yuan glanced at Lu Qingning. This bad guy acted like he had a good relationship with him. Have you forgotten that she had tricked him once half a year ago? Just stay away from Lu Qingning, not wanting to talk to Lu Qingning anymore. Yuani, don't hold grudges, Lu Qingning shouted. However, Jian Yuani left without looking back. Points are the most important thing now, and he has been in good condition now. As long as they are not 5th level monsters, or aliens, he can easily kill them all. However, in terms of points, the gap between 3rd order, 4th order and 5th order is too big. Try to hunt down the 5th level as much as possible. Lu Qingning yawned at this time. If it weren't for the old guys at Jin Academy who treated her well, she wouldn't even want to participate in the academy battle. Tianji. At this time, Lu Qingning ran towards Zhou Tianji. When Zhou Tianji saw Lu Qingning coming, he immediately took away the inner elixir of the mountain-walking earth beast and left quickly. Don't run away. Let's mess with that fool Yuani, he always talks bad about you. Lu Qingning gave chase. At the same time, on the big screens projected by Jilin Academy, the students looked at Senior Qingning with confused expressions on their faces. I am not here to participate in the academy battle. I feel that Senior Qingning is not serious at all, just like playing. The instructors of the Giant Spirit Academy, as well as the senior officials, all looked at it and shook their heads. Even the cultivation is the same, very lazy, but this girl is awesome. Casually, his combat power was astonishing, and he became the 4th most powerful being in Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list. Zhou Tianji, Jian Yuani, and that little girl from Giant Spirit Academy. Not far away, Yi Xinghe has been paying attention to the 3 people. Among the 70 students in the top 10 colleges, the 3 are the strongest. With his current posture, Yi Xinghe had no absolute confidence in defeating the 3 of them when he collided with them. Of course, after understanding it, you can win easily. It's just that I can't understand it now. The bottom line is to use black coffin and knife cremation. But if it is used on some early 5th level monsters, and aliens, it will really be overkill. Black coffin can kill ordinary 5-star war kings, and cremation with 1 sword is even more terrifying, and can kill ordinary 7-star war kings. The warm-up is over, it's time to work hard. Yi Xinghe grinned. Even in this posture, he will not be weaker than Zhou Tianji, Jian Yuanyi, and Lu Qingning. Immediately, Yi Xinghe speeded up and killed 3rd level and 4th level monsters, and aliens. Yi Xinghe exerted his strength and immediately attracted the attention of other superpower users from the surrounding guarding legions. Terrifying freezing power. The gathering ice dragons, with an invincible attitude, swept away the gathered monsters. Who is that boy? Among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Mansion, the only ones they knew were those evil geniuses who were famous and ranked in the top 50 or even the top 20 on the battle spirit list. People from Star Academy. His name is Yi Xinghe. This kid has such a powerful aura. So strong. This guy killed a late level 4th level monster with only 3 swords. The ground is frozen and spreading. Tianai City Star Academy. Looking at the figure of Yi Xinghe on the projection screen, everyone was dumbfounded. Too rough. At this moment, Yi Xinghe seemed like a different person in their eyes. It seemed to make them feel that they could kill 3rd level and even 4th level monsters, and aliens so easily on that battlefield. It was too relaxed, completely like harvesting. The personal points belonging to Yi Xinghe increased at a rapid rate. In Longyao City, where the Xiao family and the Su family gather, Xiaoling not only paid attention to his beloved grandson, but also paid attention to Yi Xinghe, who also came to Tianai City. The same goes for Su Bin next to him. All take a look occasionally. But just at this glance, he saw the scene of massacre after Yi Xinghe exerted his strength. For a while, the eyes couldn't leave each other. This kid, what's going on? Su Bin frowned and suddenly exploded. And after the outbreak, his strength not only rose to a higher level, but according to the information, isn't Yi Xinghe a 3-star fighting spirit? How can a 3-star war spirit have such explosive speed and power? It's a bit weird. Could it be that he secretly took some drug that can increase his strength in a short time? This is within the rules, but this kind of drug will have negative effects. Xiao Lai then replayed the previous live broadcast of Yi Xinghe. Soon he saw what Yi Xinghe had indeed eaten. Su Bin also saw it. How long can you last with this kind of elixir? Alas, it's not wise. Su Bin sighed softly. That girl Shoner has always been very interested in the boy. This made Su Bin helpless. After all, he really can't hinder Shoner's wishes now. Only Shoner's teacher, the old dean of Qianyuan College, could persuade him. Yi Xinghe is also a genius, but he does not have any family background. Having a strong family backing is really important in Su Bin's eyes. He hopes that his future grandson-in-law will not only have strong talent and strength, but also have a deep enough background. Only Yi Xinghe knew that what he took was not a pill, but the system originally gave the magic beans. After eating these beans, you can go without food or drink for 3 days. Only when his stomach feels full will Yi Xinghe be able to exert his full strength on this battlefield. But now Su Bin and Xiao Lai, who were being watched, misunderstood. On the battlefield, everyone can see the changes in personal points through the communication bracelet. At this moment, Lu Yexi, who had revealed 6 tails in his beast form, looked at Yi Xinghe's personal points ranking, which continued to improve. The corners of her mouth raised slightly. You are finally going to show off your strength. Based on her understanding of Yi Xinghe, those previous personal points were completely inconsistent with Yi Xinghe's. Now that she is catching up, although she is fighting on her side and cannot see Yi Xinghe's figure, she can imagine it through the massive increase in points. I won't let you catch up with me. Lu Yexi's beastly 7 tails also appeared at this time. His whole person's aura has improved a lot, and his speed and strength have increased overall. Yi Xinghe. The distance between Xiao Lai and Yi Xinghe was not very far. At this moment, she noticed Yi Xinghe sweeping away groups of monsters. Everything he passed was frozen, and even his side was affected by the rapidly decreasing temperature. He thinks that he can kill monsters, and aliens quickly enough. But now the speed at which Yi Xinghe's points are increasing is astonishing. His previous personal points lead over Yi Xinghe was about to be surpassed. Asshole, is this kid so excited? Is he on drugs? Xiao Lai cursed and then rushed towards the distance, where monsters, and aliens gathered the most. He wants to compete with Yi Xinghe. The substantial increase in points has attracted the attention of many people from the top 10 colleges. In terms of personal points ranking, Yi Xinghe jumped from 38th to 12th. People from Star Academy. I've heard about this guy a long time ago in this academy battle, but I didn't expect him to be so ruthless. The power of freezing can be used so perfectly in his hands. Yi Xinghe's exertion was too fierce. It is certain that it will attract the attention of people from the top 10 colleges. At Longdu Academy, Yuanao, Jaran, and other instructors were all staring at the screen in front of them. Personal points are about to exceed 10,000. In the overall standings of the college, if no unexpected situation occurs, their star college can advance one more place and surpass the unrivaled college to become 7th. Yi Xinghe, who killed monsters, and aliens, also quickly took away the inner elixirs and put them all into the storage ring. You need to hunt down 5th level monsters so that your points will increase faster. Yi Xinghe thought to himself, but most of the 5th level monsters were blocked in the outermost circle. Unless the strong king of war guarding there has broken through the defensive line, or some 5th level monsters that can hide themselves sneak in from under the ground. Just like the earth-moving beast that traveled through mountains before. While Yi Xinghe was thinking about it, an alarm suddenly sounded on the huge wall. The sound was unusually loud and harsh. Only sounds like this can alert the superpowers fighting outside the giant wall. Warning, level 5, level 5, level 5. The numb machine sound sounded again. Attacking one end here and 5 steps from both ends will not issue such a level of warning. Only monsters, and aliens with more than 6 heads and 5 levels will have such warnings. The 5th level monster broke through the blockade of the outermost warrior king. The flight instruments relayed the real-time footage, making every student from the top 10 colleges hold their breath. At this moment, the warrior kings who had corresponding space stones in Longdu Academy all had serious expressions on their faces. Now on the border of Dongyao Mansion, on the other side of the deserted land, the lives of the students participating in the war from the 10 major colleges are already in danger. Presumably the situation on the periphery is even more serious. Under normal circumstances, there will be 5th level monsters sneaking in, but if they break out from the front openly, they must pay great attention. Facing the terrifying monsters, and waves of aliens, we cannot take it lightly. After the warning was issued, other students quickly retreated and returned to the giant wall. The largest superpower crystal cannon on the giant wall has begun to charge up and activate. The interval between each shot takes 20 minutes. Now, the first shot will seriously injure or even kill the most powerful monsters, and aliens that break into this place. Originally, Yi Xinghe was still thinking about hunting level 5 monsters to quickly increase his points. Unexpectedly, what I think will happen. 5th level monsters, and aliens appeared. Come yet. In the distant sky, Lu Qingning was holding a lollipop in her mouth. At this time, her cute little face also showed a little solemnity in her eyes. She has keenly sensed the faintly exposed aura in the distance, and there are 2 auras in it, which makes her extremely disgusted, and she doesn't know why. Kill them all. Lu Qingning held the paper stick in her right hand and slowly twirled the candy in her mouth. Wei Wei took out a piece and used the tip of his dexterous tongue to surround it and suck it in a circle. Whoosh! It flew away into the distance. Similarly, Zhou Tianji and Xu Yijun from Qianyuan College did not retreat and flew into the distance. Jian Yuanyi and a boy from Longdu Academy also ran out. In other colleges, there are not 1 or 2 people, but 4, 5, 6, or even 7 people from the college who have gathered together to fight. After all, the points earned from killing a 5th level monster are too attractive. Anyway, give it a try. There is even a chance of missing something. Although this is a bit embarrassing, as long as the rules allow it and it is beneficial to the college, they don't care about this face. After all, the college battle and the college's final ranking will benefit the entire college. In the end, they were able to receive generous rewards from the college. Senior Yifan, I don't need help. You have consumed too much now, so you should go back to the wall and rest. It will be very dangerous to attack again rashly. Yi Xinghe's communication bracelet, Han Yifan contacted him. Han Yifan was followed by 5 other seniors and sisters. Then be careful. I also know that if we follow you, not only will we not be able to help you, but we will also cause you more trouble. Han Yifan was helpless. It doesn't matter. Don't worry, just leave everything to me. Yi Xinghe smiled and immediately cut off the video call. In the air, shrugged his shoulders. Level 5, this is what I want. Boom. In the distance, I could finally see clearly the 5th level that appeared. There is a 5th level monster in the sky, a 2-winged Cryolophosaurus in the early 5th level, a 5th level monster, and a 3-eyed red dragon in the early 5th level. On the ground, there is a nearly 20-meter giant alien with 3 heads. The mid-level 5th level fire giant aliens, the mid-level 5th level thunder giant aliens, and the mid-level 5th level storm giant aliens. Not far away, there was a monster with a powerful aura but a size of less than 4 meters. They walk upright and hold maces in their hands. They are magic pig generals who can speak human words and are extremely intelligent. All the 5th level ones appeared. There are 7 heads and 5 levels in total. The flying instruments all captured the 7-headed 5th level monsters, and aliens. For students from the top 10 colleges, seeing so many 5th level students at this moment made them feel fearful just by looking at them. That's Magic Pig General. Some girls were frightened when they saw the ugly, upright walking demon pig. According to records, 300 years ago, a small town elsewhere was captured by an army of demonic pigs. The people inside were extremely miserable. All men have become food for the demon pigs, and those women have become the playthings of the demon pigs. The demon pig is lustful by nature and especially likes human women. The more beautiful it is, the more they like it. The more detailed the descriptions in the records are, the more terrifying they are for people to remember these demonic pigs. He also mentioned that if a woman cannot win against the demon pig, she should be braver and choose suicide, which is a relief. Magic Pig. In the air, a figure ran away immediately after seeing the demon pig general. He went straight towards the 2 demon pig generals. This figure is none other than Lu Qingning, the eldest sister of Giant Spirit Academy and the 4th on the Dongyao Mansion War Spirit list. Woman. The 2 demon pig generals had a look of lust in their eyes, and there was drool on the corners of their mouths. They held the maces in their right hands a little harder. The body is trembling with the excitement brought by women. That girl Lu Qingning, what's going on? Zhou Tianji and Jian Yuani were very surprised by this little Lolita Lu Qingning's rampage. But now they have no intention to pay too much attention to Lu Qingning. Those 2 demon pig generals are the hardest to mess with. They just didn't see it as a goal. Boom. Lu Qingning was in front of the 2 demon pig generals. After falling 300 meters, her body began to change. His originally petite body grew larger, 2 horn-like horns appeared on his head, and then he began to transform into a beast. SS-class beast like super powerful Pachycephalosaurus. But it was not over yet. Lu Qingning, who had turned into a beast, had a thunder and a fire on his horns. She is the owner of 3 powers. It's just that beast transformation is an SS-level ability, while thunder and fire are separate S-level abilities. All this time, he has only shown the ability to transform into a beast, and has never shown the power of thunder and fire. But at this moment, facing 2 magic pig generals, she broke out. On the paw of his right hand, a hammer appeared. Kill you. Lu Qingning stared at the 2 demon pig generals with red eyes. Are you a human in captivity? One of them, General Demon Pig, laughed. Let us see if there are any marks on you. The other demon pig general licked his lips. In the captured towns, those human babies who were just released will be kept in captivity. And this girl may be a human being who escaped from captivity. Then she must have seen it, a lot. Boom. Lu Qingning, who transformed into a swollen-headed dragon, rushed towards the 2 demon pig generals with a hammer. Kill you. At this moment, Lu Qingning was roaring, the thunder and fire coming from the 2 horns on her head were even more terrifying. Chapter 91. General Demon Pig. Yi Xinghe's eyes were also locked on the area where General Demon Pig was at this time. However, at this moment, the girl from Giant Spirit Academy was already fighting fiercely with 2 demon pig generals. With 1 against 2, the burst of 3 superpowers is extremely powerful. It's just that in Yi Xinghe's eyes, these 2 demon pig generals who have reached the mid-level 5th level are almost comparable to the powerful 6-star War King. Although this girl from the Giant Spirit Academy was showing extraordinary combat prowess at the moment, in Yi Xinghe's eyes, she really couldn't kill these 2 demon pig generals. Being able to achieve a close match is already an extremely good result. The reason why Yi Xinghe was staring at the two demon pig generals at this moment. It's because the system triggers random tasks. Hunt 2 magic pig generals. Successful hunting. Get 5 chances. If he wants to interpret it as he wants, Yi Xinghe can't do it yet. With the number of times and opportunities he could get, how could Yi Xinghe let them go? After all, the swastika will greatly increase your combat power. Now that girl from the Giant Spirit Academy can be consumed and even injured by the 2 magic pig generals. In this way, it will be easier to kill the 2 demon pig generals by yourself. At this time, Yi Xinghe was watching from the sky not far away, but did not take action against the 6 5th level monsters and aliens. Boom, boom, boom. The 2 demon pig generals and Lu Qingning, who had transformed into a swollen-headed dragon, fought fiercely together. Terrifying energy shock waves exploded and vented out in all directions. There were death beasts, monsters, and alien corpses nearby, all of them were destroyed. Flight instruments can only perform real-time broadcast at high altitudes at this time. Accurately capture battle scenes and play them back at a slower speed. Many instructors and senior officials of the Giant Spirit Academy were extremely surprised at this moment. Surprised at Lu Qingning's hiding. The 3 superpowers, thunder and fire, are not attached to the beast-shaped pagoda-headed dragon, but are separate superpowers. The 9-star war spirit has the strength to fight the mid-level 5th level demon pig general in a short period of time. This shocked and surprised them so much. Not only the people from Jiling Academy, but also the people from the other 9 colleges were also deeply shocked by Lu Qingning's terrifying side. Little woman, you are very strong. In the fierce battle, the demon pig general, 2 against 1, felt great pressure at this time. The anger that came from this petite woman made her become more ferocious when she exploded with strength. But that's not enough to make them cower. It will only make them more excited and eager for the body of the little woman in front of them. This woman is petite and cute, and has great strength. She is really attractive. The bombardment of maces and hammers, wave after wave of energy impact, rippled up. Boom! On Lu Qingning's horns, thunder and fire gathered and formed a ball. It broke out instantly and attacked and killed the 2 demon pig generals. The 2 demon pig generals opened their mouths at this time. In the mouth, a terrifying suction force burst out. He swallowed the ball of thunder and fire abruptly. After being swallowed in, the bodies of the 2 demon pig generals suddenly expanded in a circle, and a slight explosion sounded from their bodies. Soon the body of General Demon Pig returned to normal. But at this moment, Lu Qingning appeared above one of the magic pig generals. His head hit the demon pig general's forehead hard. Boom! The demon pig general reacted, and it was already too late when he wanted to deal with it. The beast transforms into a bloat-headed dragon. The most powerful and domineering thing is its head attack. The impact on the head caused the demon pig general's feet to collapse within 100 meters. And at that moment, the heavy blow to his head caused him to lose consciousness. The chain vibration force generated caused several of its teeth to fall out, and blood spit out from its mouth. However, another demon pig general waved his mace and swept directly towards Lu Qingning. It hit Lu Qingning's body instantly. Lu Qingning, who transformed into a swollen-headed dragon, was directly blasted into the distance. Hateful! Lu Qingning felt strong pain at the area where she was hit. His own defense was already amazing enough, but the mace used by the demon pig general and its strength meant that even his defense could not withstand it. If it's just one head, concentrate on it and use all your strength, you can definitely fight. But now it's both ends. She caused one of them to temporarily lose its fighting power, but at that moment, she also revealed a flaw, allowing the other demon pig general to find the right opportunity. At this point, she was not willing to give in. But it can only crush the space stone. The 7-headed 5th level demon pig general appearing here is undoubtedly the smartest and strongest. But at this moment, a figure from behind appeared in front. This back view was unfamiliar to her. But the moment it fell, ice crystals began to appear on the ground beneath its feet, and terrifying freezing power spread. In the real-time broadcast of the flight instrument, many people were surprised to see the figure staring at General Demon Pig. Is this kid looking for death? In Longyao City, Su Bin and Xiaoling were there. He has paid more attention to Yi Xinghe and has been paying attention to Yi Xinghe's actions. At this moment, Yi Xinghe wanted to hunt down 2 magic pig generals. In their eyes, this was such a crazy move. Most likely, he thought that the demon pig general who had lost his combat power would have a chance to kill him. After all, the rules this time, monsters, and aliens depend on whose hands they die in the end. This rule can be considered as missing. But sometimes picking up leaks involves taking huge risks. Is the other demon pig general still alive? Xinghe, crush the space stone quickly. Jia Ran in Longdu College was frightened at first when he saw Yi Xinghe's crazy behavior, and then he became very nervous. He clenched his fists and gritted his teeth as he spoke. It's just how could Yi Xinghe hear what he said? For Yi Xinghe, these two demon pig generals must be killed by himself. I didn't do it to help that little girl from the Giant Spirit Academy. After all, the two of them had nothing in common. What he wants is to kill the two demon pig generals and get the reward the system gives him. Speaking of which, I would also like to thank Lu Qingning from the Giant Spirit Academy. Her attack caused one end to be almost severely injured, and the other end's aura was far less than before. Tianai City, over there at Star Academy. All the students held their breaths for Yi Xinghe, who suddenly appeared and seemed to regard the demon pig as his opponent. Yi Xinghe is very strong, but General Demon Pig is not something Yi Xinghe can fight against. Senior Xinghe, be careful. Although the first-year students knew it, they could not remind Yi Xinghe at all. But at this moment, I couldn't help shouting. At this time, in the picture, the severely wounded demon pig general also stood up. At this moment, the two demon pig generals met again. Hado 90, Black Coffin. Yi Xinghe looked at the two demon pig generals and murmured in his heart. Hado 90, while Yi Xinghe was silently thinking in his heart, he activated it. The two demon pig generals felt a strong sense of crisis at that moment, which they had never felt before. A huge black cube appeared in the void. He directly suppressed the two demon pig generals and locked them inside. This sudden scene made everyone in the top 10 colleges of Dongyao Mansion look at each other in shock. What happened? What is that? I've never seen it before. Who did it? Is it that kid? Weird moves absolutely cannot appear out of thin air. Now all this should be related to Yi Xinghe of Star Academy. Yi Xinghe can directly use Hado 90 Black Coffin without chanting. When Black Coffin is activated, it is a huge black cube that completely traps people inside, and they are attacked by thousands of swords. Lu Qingning, who was about to crush the space stone at the back, also stared blankly at the demon pig general who was suppressed in the black cube. Star Academy, Yi Xinghe. She checked her communication bracelet at this time, and after a little research, she got the basic information about Yi Xinghe. Hado 90 Black Coffin can kill ordinary 5-star war kings. In their heyday, Black Coffin might have only injured these two demon pig generals. But it's different now. One of them was severely injured, and the other one's aura was much weaker. All of this was due to Lu Qingning of the Giant Spirit Academy. Immediately afterwards, the miserable roar of the demon pig general was heard inside Black Coffin. Boom, boom, boom. Want to escape from Black Coffin? Ding. Detect the death of the demon pig general and successfully hunt it. Get rewards. 5 chances to solve the puzzle. The sound of the system sounded, and Yi Xinghe came to Black Coffin's side. Hirinmaru waved lightly. Black Coffin was shattered before it even touched it. After being shattered, the real-time broadcast of the flight instrument clearly captured the two demon pig generals. The whole body was covered with wounds, bloody, and quite miserable. General Demon Pig is dead. What kind of method is this? Does this kid have other powers? Weird, so weird. Those who witnessed this scene could not calm down for a long time. And Yi Xinghe had already taken away the inner elixirs of the two demonic pig generals. Yi Xinghe has finally seen how powerful Black Coffin is. It has been used once and can be used twice. But at this moment, Yi Xinghe was looking forward to the power of one-knife cremation. After all, compared to Hado 90's Black Coffin, Hado 96's one-knife cremation was more powerful. Yi Xinghe's personal points increased by more than 16,000 points at this moment. A magic pig general's points exceeded 8,000 points. With such an increase in points, Yi Xinghe's personal points ranking directly became the first. The total points of the college have not changed yet, but they are enough for Star College to enter the top 5. I didn't expect the points to increase so much. Yi Xinghe also didn't expect that he would directly become the first in the personal ranking. It was beyond Yi Xinghe's expectations. This kid is number 1. The ranking of personal points moved everyone who paid attention. Long Yaocheng, Xiaoling and Su Bin were silent at this moment. I do not know what to say. Yi Xinghe's behavior really slapped them in the face indirectly. At this moment, the Longdu College Xingqian College group, who were still students and tutors from Tianai City Xingqian College, were undoubtedly the most excited and happy. Because of Yi Xinghe, people from all over Dongyao Mansion who were watching this live broadcast knew about their Xingqian Academy. Senior Xinghe, you are so handsome. Who else ranks first in personal points? Who else can compete with Senior Xinghe? This time our Xingqian Academy's ranking in Dongyao Mansion will definitely improve greatly. This is the honor of Yi Xinghe and also the honor of Xingqian Academy. The 6 Han Yifans resting on the giant wall could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Junior Xinghe, he can surprise people every time. How strong is he now? I'm afraid he can compete with Zhou Tianji, Jian Yuani, and Lu Qingning, right? Killing the demon pig general, this achievement is amazing. The 7-headed 5-level, 2-headed magic pig general is the strongest. For Yi Xinghe, the joy of killing the 2 demon pig generals was due to the rewards from the system. In the deserted land, Yi Xinghe has attracted everyone's attention. Jian Yuani and Zhou Tianji even regarded Yi Xinghe as a powerful competitor. Ranked first in points, although Yi Xinghe had some mistakes, the situation with the 2 demon pig generals was not something everyone could pick up. What did he do during this time? Over at Junwu Academy, Lu Yexi was still fighting fiercely with others against the 5th-level early-stage monster, the 3-eyed red dragon. In the joint effort, although they were almost killed. But after hearing the news that Yi Xinghe had killed General Demon Pig, his mind trembled. Lu Yexi believed that the gap between her and Yi Xinghe had basically disappeared these days. Who would have thought that Yi Xinghe would show another terrifying power this time? Everyone has their own secret, and this may be Yi Xinghe's most powerful method of suppressing the situation. As for Yi Xinghe, he was looking at the people who were still fighting fiercely in the sky not far away. The 5th-level giants fighting over there are already the prey of others. Although everyone relies on their own abilities, with their current status, they still cannot do things too well. So I still didn't take action, now I am satisfied with my harvest. And judging from the movements of monsters, and aliens, they have already begun to evacuate. Obviously, this wave of attacks on monsters, and aliens has ended. Hello. When Yi Xinghe flew up and was about to return to the giant wall, a person blocked Yi Xinghe. It was Lu Qingning from Juling Academy. At this moment, she has returned to her normal appearance, but the previous blow from the demon pig general still injured her, so her face is not very good. Yi Xinghe glanced at Lu Qingning and did not respond. Instead, he waited for Lu Qingning to speak again. I agree to the friend request. Thank you this time. In Lu Qingning's heart, the guy who killed the demon pig was just pleasing to her eyes. Moreover, when the 2 demon pigs died, they suffered tremendous pain, and the other side's attacks were extremely vicious. The more vicious he is, the more she likes it. I'm not helping you, I'm doing it for myself. As for friends, I will agree. Yi Xinghe responded very coldly. I never thought about helping or saving Lu Qingning. He took action at the critical moment because he was afraid that the other badly wounded demon pig general would be killed by others. Then how can I complete the random tasks of the system? All for oneself, getting 5 opportunities to understand, this is the biggest gain for Yi Xinghe so far. After saying this, Yi Xinghe flew past Lu Qingning. Lu Qingning took out a lollipop from the storage ring, peeled it open, and stuffed it into her mouth. She looked at Yi Xinghe's back with a very cunning look. The 3-eyed red dragon, an early 5th-level monster, was killed by 3 people from the Junwu Academy. The 2-winged Cryolophosaurus at the early stage of the 5th level was killed by 2 people from Luyan Academy. 3 mid-level 5th-level giants, 1 was killed by Longdu Academy, 1 by Qianyuan Academy, and 1 by Giant Spirit Academy. It's just that in terms of points, even the giants who are also in the middle of the 5th level are not as good as the Demon Pig General. However, in terms of points, Jian Yuani from Longdu Academy soon returned to first place. Yi Xinghe was ranked first in personal points, and it only seemed like he had been there for half an hour. The demons, monsters, and aliens have temporarily withdrawn, which can give everyone some time to rest. During this period, neither personal points nor college points will change. Inside the huge wall, there is a place to rest. The hospitality provided to students from the top 10 colleges is top-notch. However, at the outermost edge, the warrior kings guarding the legion quickly rotated. There was also bad news brought back from it, that 3 powerful warrior kings were killed in battle. The strength of the 3 people is all at 2 stars. In the eyes of ordinary superpowers, the 2-star war king is already a level of strength that they pursue throughout their lives. The fighting in the deserted land on the border of Dongyao Mansion was more serious than the previous news. Therefore, over at Longyao City, all the major colleges are sending at least one strong king of war who needs to get here. Similarly, if some powerful warrior kings from some families are willing to come, they are also welcome to guard the legion here. The Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild headquarters has released generous reward tasks. The mission is mainly to hunt monsters, and aliens in the deserted land. In Longyao City, Su Bin and Xiaoling both set out to follow the strong warriors from the academy to come here. A resting place within a giant wall. Yi Xinghe was currently checking the messages in the communication bracelet. People from the Xie family are here too. Yi Xinghe doesn't pay much attention to other families. But there is a grudge between the Xie family in Qingyang City. Yi Xinghe will still pay attention to their departure. The 3 kings of the Xie family are the leaders of the Xie family. Among the dozens of powerful warriors dispatched by the Xie family, there were familiar faces among them. In addition to the 3 kings of the Xie family, there are also 4 war kings. The Xie family's background is really strong. Yi Xinghe started talking to himself. But soon Yi Xinghe's eyes narrowed, because the Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild headquarters issued a mission with generous rewards. Then the strong men from all over Dongyao Mansion will come here. In order to fight against the monsters, and aliens on the border of Dongyao Mansion this time, the Hunting Guild is preparing to bleed a lot. Under heavy rewards, there must be brave men. Perhaps we can take advantage of the chaos and kill some people from the Xie family. Yi Xinghe muttered. As for the real-time broadcast of those flight instruments, it would be easy for Yi Xinghe to get rid of it if he wanted to. The war kings of the Xie family are all very wealthy. If you can get their storage rings, you can exchange them for treasure chests in the system. The lowest ones are gold treasure chests, and there is a chance to exchange them for platinum treasure chests. On the giant wall, there are superhuman guardians guarding the legion at all times, and there are powerful warriors on the outermost edge looking for news. If it breaks out, the news can be passed over so that this side can be prepared in advance. 3 days passed peacefully. In the past 3 days, many superpowers from the nearest Dongyao Mansion have come here. Many of them came for the rewards from hunting guilds. On the 4th day, the top 10 academies and some strong warrior kings from families arrived. Yi Xinghe met with the elders, Director Jia, and other mentors. Yuan Hao and Jia Ran naturally praised Yi Xinghe when they saw him. Because of Yi Xinghe, their Star Academy now ranks 5th in total points. With this result so far, they are quite satisfied. I felt happy along the way. Of course, this is not the final result. After all, the college battle is not over yet, but as long as they maintain this ranking, they are willing to accept it, even if it drops 1 place. This peace was finally broken on the night of the 5th day. A warning sound came from the huge wall. For a time, many figures quickly fell on the huge wall. Yi Xinghe also appeared at the southern end of the giant wall at this time. At this moment, a message was received on the communication bracelet. This message is sent uniformly to all people with powers here. Army of demonic pigs. They are all on the outermost edge, and the information obtained at this moment is when a battle breaks out. What attracted Yi Xinghe's attention was the army of demon pigs. The demon pigs reproduce and grow very quickly. Also has super intelligence. Therefore, it is one of the few people who can speak human words and communicate with humans at the 5th level. Generally speaking, for other monsters, and aliens, if you really want to be able to speak people's words, you have to be at least level 6. Those poor guys. At this time, in the picture projected by the communication bracelet, Yi Xinghe saw some special magic pigs among the army of magic pigs. These magic pigs were not pure. Because it was the result of a human woman becoming pregnant and giving birth to a demonic pig. They are already monsters, both in their behavior and in their thoughts. I killed 2 demon pig generals. I will definitely be targeted. It seems I have to be more careful. The demon pig is very vengeful. In the battle a few days ago, the demon pig must have been able to get information from other escaped monsters, and aliens. After all, the demon pig is smart and can tame some monsters and aliens as his pets and mounts. You are very powerful, help me hunt down the demon pig general, and I will give you good things. At this time, beside Yi Xinghe, the small Lu Qingning fell. In Yi Xinghe's eyes, she is just a little Lolita. However, the opponent's strength cannot be underestimated. Moreover, she has great potential, and the existence of 3 superpowers is her biggest support. This girl hated the demon pig very much. Yi Xinghe was confused and wondered if something happened between the little girl and the demon pig. But there are some things that are difficult to ask. It would be easy for Yi Xinghe to just hunt down ordinary demon pigs, but General Demon Pig was different. Those who can become demon pig generals are all 5th level. And rarely are they at the early stage of the 5th order, but more are at the middle stage of the 5th order, or even stronger. What good stuff. Yi Xinghe spoke casually. Lu Qingning got close to Yi Xinghe and raised her body slightly before she could get close to Yi Xinghe's ear. I tell you, the sound was very soft, and only Yi Xinghe could hear it at this moment. As Yi Xinghe listened to Lu Qingning's words, his eyes became more and more alert. After Lu Qingning finished speaking, Yi Xinghe stared at Lu Qingning's small body and grinned. The price for this needs to be increased. This made Lu Qingning, who was holding a lollipop in her mouth, curled her lips and rolled her eyes at Yi Xinghe. I didn't expect this guy to be able to speak like a lion. But she knew that it was impossible for Zhou Tianji and Jian Yuanyi to cooperate with her, only Yi Xinghe in front of her. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. On the giant wall, figures flew out one after another. But unlike before, the number of powerful warrior kings in the family increased a lot when they came from all over Dongyao Mansion. The overall combat power has been improved by several levels. The boy from Star Academy and the girl from Giant Spirit Academy got together. Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning turned into 2 streaks of light in the air and started to move towards the distance. This scene attracted the attention of many people, especially the King of War. After all, they had seen the live broadcast of the battle between these 2 people before the Demon Pig General. Lu Qingning, who had 3 powers, was already scary enough in their eyes, but what made them even more afraid was Yi Xinghe, who had weird methods. That black coffin was still fresh in their memory. This was the means to kill the mid-level 5th level demonic pig general. What is that girl from the Giant Spirit Academy doing? Lu Yexi also noticed the side of Junwu Academy from behind. She couldn't imagine that Yi Xinghe would be so close to Lu Qingning. After actually seeing it, I always felt a little uncomfortable. She also wants to follow, but she is the main force on the Academy's side, and this time the battle here needs to follow the Academy's arrangements. In terms of points, their Junwu Academy is already 1 place behind compared to before. In this battle, more powerful monsters, and aliens must be hunted. Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning were moving very fast, and not far behind, there were dozens of flying instruments, following and running at high speed. The scene of the 2 people together was broadcast in real time. There were flying monsters in the air, attacking the 2 of them. Those who attacked were mainly those with 3rd level and 4th level strength. Approaching Yi Xinghe just waved the Hyorin pill lightly, but everything was frozen and fell from the sky. Lu Qingning was even more rude and direct. Use your small body to collide with those monsters. The terrifying power directly smashed into the monsters that were attacking, causing their flesh and blood to fly. Yi Xinghe was also slightly stunned by such a brutal attack. The other person's little body never thought that he had reached this level of dominance. Army of demonic pigs. From the air, I finally saw the demon pig on the ground in the distance, already fighting with the superpowers of the guarding legion. Those of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th levels are all called magic pigs. Anyone who reaches the 5th level is called the demon pig general. Of course, the strength of the demon pig general varies from strong to weak. The strongest and invincible demon pig general, even when it reaches the late 5th level, is comparable to ordinary early 6th level monsters. Of course, it is difficult to find even one such devil pig general among hundreds of them. Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning looked at each other and swooped down. After the two fell down, the ground under Yi Xinghe's feet was filled with cold air and began to spread and freeze. And Lu Qingning's fall had a huge force impact. Directly blast away the nearby demon pigs. The body of the flying demon pig was severely injured and covered in blood. After falling to the ground, it could no longer move. The arrival of the two attracted the demon pig not far away. In the fierce fighting nearby, the superpowers guarding the Legion looked happy when they saw the arrival of the two men. It's them, whether it was Lu Qingning or Yi Xinghe. Now on the border of Dongyao Mansion, it has become famous because of the previous battle. The presence of the two of them here can greatly reduce their combat pressure. At this time, thousands of demon pigs seemed to have received some order and attacked and killed Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning. Even if he knew that he was outmatched, charging like this would mean risking his own death, and there was no hesitation. Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning rushed over. Like two rainbows on the ground, they moved forward bravely, and all the demon pigs that gathered were killed. The corpses and remains of the demon pig are everywhere. The smelly flesh and blood is disgusting. Low-altitude flying instruments broadcast the battle between the two men in real time. This kind of massacre instantly made some first-year students from the top 10 colleges feel sick. Too bloody, too violent. Boom. The first ones to be slaughtered were some second-level and third-level magic pigs. At this time, I finally encountered the 4th-level magic pigs, some 4th-level magic pigs with relatively pure bloodlines. They all have weapons in their hands. These weapons were all created by relying on their own wisdom. Kill them all. Lu Qingning's body began to transform into a beast at this moment, turning into a pachycephalic dragon. On both horns, the energy balls gathered by thunder and fire blasted towards the 4th-level demon pig with greed in its eyes. And Yi Xinghe waved the ice wheel pill, and the roaring ice dragons attacked one after another. The 4th-level magic pig is a very troublesome existence for the other strong warriors guarding the Legion here. But when Lu Qingning and Yi Xinghe attacked, they killed dozens of them instantly. Careful, but the next moment, Yi Xinghe noticed something and his expression changed slightly. This was a reminder to Lu Qingning. Lu Qingning, who transformed into a pachycephalosaur, jerked her neck and hit her head to the left and behind. Boom! There was a terrible impact, and the shock wave exploded instantly. During the collision, a 1.8-meter tall demon pig emerged. This is a magic pig general. Its appearance, body shape and color are different from the two previous magic pig generals. Among the demon pigs, there is the demon pig general who possesses the power of assassination and shadow. When he sneaked in, neither Yi Xinghe nor Lu Qingning noticed it at first. The moment he attacked, he was finally exposed, and his aura was captured by Yi Xinghe. Similarly, Lu Qingning was able to react in time and attack. Obviously she also discovered the opponent's existence. The demon pig general kept retreating during this attack. In his hands, he held two daggers, which seemed to be poisonous. At this moment, it looked at the two of them with a ferocious smile. Especially staring at Lu Qingning's body. She liked the little woman in front of her very much. After escaping before, there were other monsters, and alien information. This little woman is very interesting. Boom! At this time, Yi Xinghe felt the vibration on the ground. Then there was a scream. This is in the north, and the superpowers guarding the Legion were killed. What he looked at was a 5th-level magic pig general. This 5th-level demon pig general is extremely huge, almost 8 meters tall. At this moment, it is holding a superpower in its left hand, and its sharp fingers have penetrated into the opponent's body, but the superpower is not dead yet. Amid the screams, he bit off his head severely and then swallowed the whole body. Giant demon pig general. Yi Xinghe's eyes narrowed slightly. Now he and Lu Qingning have been targeted by the demon pig generals in the demon pig army. The two demon pig generals have reached the early stage of the 5th level. Compared with the two mid-level 5th-level demon pig generals that he killed before, his level was lower. It's just the breath, but there's not much difference. Obviously these two demon pig generals have extremely pure blood. Among monsters, bloodline is also a big factor that affects their strength. But it's not over yet. there is still a powerful aura that locks the two of them. These two breaths are in the air. Two demon pig generals with weird wings appeared in the sky. They have reached the mid-5th level. This is the flying winged demon pig general among the demon pigs. There are 4 heads in total, 2 are at the early stage of 5th level, and 2 are at the mid-level of 5th level. In this demon pig army, these 4 demon pig generals are one of the members of the main combat force. Leave it to me in the early stages and give you the other 2 ends. Before Yi Xinghe could agree, Lu Qingning took the lead and spoke. It was too difficult for Lu Qingning to defeat the mid-level 5th level flying winged demon pig general. Although the 2 ends in the early stage were also very strong, she was more or less confident. As agreed, you go do your own thing and leave it to me. Yi Xinghe's gaze swept across the 4 demon pig generals. This made Lu Qingning slightly stunned. This is not the time to show off, although she likes to trick people. But no matter what, Yi Xinghe had helped her in previous battles. She would not trick Yi Xinghe to death. Is it just you, human boy? You are too arrogant. The giant demon pig general was holding a broadsword in his right hand, and on the back of the sword was the skull of a human superpower. Among these human skulls, the main ones are those of strong warrior spirits. Of course, there are also many skulls of powerful warrior kings. I will add another head to the back of my sword today. The giant demon pig general stared at Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe held the Yunlun pill in his right hand, and couldn't help but grab it with his left hand. I thought silently in my heart, swastika. Bloom, Daiguren Hirenmaru. Boom, a terrifying storm of cold air rose up on Yi Xinghe. The aura belonging to Yi Xinghe continued to rise. This is the first time Yi Xinghe has used the solution to the Hyorin pill. Of the 5 interpretations, Yi Xinghe directly used one of them at this moment. If you dare to face the 4 demon pig generals, you have the confidence to do so. After the liberation, a giant frost dragon and a pair of ice wings were formed. After the liberation, 12 lotus flowers appeared behind him, and the petals disappeared, and the solution of Hirenmaru was completely completed. Lu Qingning, who was standing next to him, looked at Yi Xinghe's changes with some disbelief. At this moment, Yi Xinghe's aura was so powerful that she didn't even dare to have any inappropriate thoughts. It seemed that the man in front of her could kill her at any time. Could this be his confidence? Can one person stop the 4 demon pig generals? Please. Lu Qingning, who transformed into a pachycephalosaur, smiled slightly. Then he rushed directly through the underground passage opened by the nearby magic pig. General Shadow Demon Pig was extremely unhappy with Lu Qingning's departure. This is his target. It was extremely fast and attacked Lu Qingning. Just when he acted, a chill that could penetrate deep into his bones hit him. This made it completely unresponsive. Only then did he realize that Yi Xinghe, who was not far away, had disappeared. It was actually faster than him and appeared in front of it. But I'm afraid this guy is careless. Being close to yourself is simply courting death. The daggers stained with poison in both hands were stabbed in a strange arc. Bingo! The figure of the boy was stabbed, which made the Shadow Demon Pig General very happy. If poisoned, this kid will be slaughtered by them at will. The smile on his face was still there, but the next moment his neck felt cold, and after the coldness, a feeling of warmth hit him. Its head flew out, and in midair, its remaining consciousness saw its own body. The neck was constantly spurting blood. And the person it stabbed with the poisonous dagger was not Yi Xinghe at all, but a substitute made of ice. This is the skill that Yi Xinghe can currently master after understanding the Daiguren Hyorin pill. Remnant Ice Figure. Use a substitute made of ice to take on enemy attacks on your behalf. It ended quickly and killed the Shadow Demon Pig General. This scene was clearly captured by flight instruments. People from all over Dongyao Mansion and among the top 10 colleges who have been paying attention to Yi Xinghe cannot calm down for a long time. Over there at Star Academy in Tianai City, the silence was terrifying at the moment. In their eyes, Yi Xinghe had changed too much. In his current state, he could actually unleash such terrifying combat power. In front of the other 3 Demon Pig Generals, the Shadow Demon Pig was killed by Yi Xinghe at the moment they were unable to react. One person blocked the 4 Demon Pig Generals. Only at this moment did they realize that this was not pretentious. After all, what fool would risk his own life to pretend? Obviously, Yi Xinghe now has strong combat power against the 4 demon pig generals. Who will come next? Yi Xinghe held the big red lotus hyaoran pill in his right hand and looked at the 2 flying winged demon pig generals and the 8-meter giant demon pig general on the ground. Over at Xingqian Academy, the silence began to boil again. Even the instructors were trembling with excitement when they saw this scene. With the killing of the shadow demon pig general, Yi Xinghe's personal points increased by nearly 7,000. There are 3 demon pig generals left, the 2 flying winged demon pig generals, but in the middle of 5th level, the points will only be higher. In this academy battle, Xinghe is really carrying our Star Academy forward alone. He fought for our Star Academy. Su Shaner and Xiao Lai have both left, but he is the only one left. He is the pride of our Star Academy. The instructor of Star Academy looked at the extremely handsome figure of Yi Xinghe on the huge screen. As for Juling Academy, because Lu Qingning and Yi Xinghe were close, they also paid attention to Yi Xinghe. When the Shadow Demon Pig General was beheaded, there was a cry of exclamation in the Giant Spirit Academy. Too strong. This must be Yi Xinghe's trump card, but he doesn't know how long Yi Xinghe can last in this state. But in this academy battle, the students and mentors of Giant Spirit Academy have almost determined that Yi Xinghe is the biggest dark horse. It would be difficult for Star Academy to rank among the top 6 based on its original points. However, because of Yi Xinghe's strong personal strength, he could kill 5th level monsters. If the 3 demon pig generals were killed, it would be possible for Star Academy to enter the top 4 in terms of total points. Boom! The giant demon pig general was also shocked by the human being in front of him. But at this moment, it will not retreat. As a member of the giant demon pig, it has its own dignity that needs to be protected. Humanity, die! Waving the sword with both arms, he roared and struck at Yi Xinghe. Your speed is too slow. The power of the giant demon pig general is indeed very powerful. This knife may be enough to cause a certain degree of damage to the giant wall. But in terms of speed, in Yi Xinghe's eyes, he could easily dodge. Appearing in front of the giant demon pig general's face, Yi Xinghe swung his sword. It's just that at this moment, the 2 mid-level 5th level flying winged demon pigs will not sit idly by. Their strength must be much stronger. Maces appeared in their respective hands, and they joined forces to block Yi Xinghe's sword. However, the terrifying freezing power still spread to their bodies. Click! The eyes of the 2 flying winged demon pig generals turned red, showing bloodthirsty. The whole body also turned red, and heat was constantly coming out. This caused the ice crystals condensed on their bodies to immediately shatter. The left hand of the giant demon pig general suddenly grabbed Yi Xinghe. It felt that this moment was the moment when the human being in front of him showed his flaws. Back off! The 2 flying winged demon pig generals roared. But at this moment, it was already too late. The open 5 fingers of the giant demon pig general's left hand froze and then shattered into pieces. The terrifying freezing force is still rising along his left arm. This made the giant demon pig general scream and retreat continuously. As he retreated, a fierce look appeared in his eyes. The big knife held in his right hand was slashed towards his left arm. Before the ice could freeze his whole body, he cut off the entire left arm decisively. Although that moment was painful, it was the best outcome compared to death. Humanity. The 2 flying winged demon pig generals stared at Yi Xinghe and then rushed out again. At this moment, their bodies were even redder. What they get in exchange is stronger power and faster speed. The 2 wings attacked Yi Xinghe and seemed to be able to cut through Yi Xinghe's entire body. The fierce battle between Yi Xinghe and the 2 flying winged demon pig generals shocked the superpowers guarding the legion in the distance. 4 demon pig generals, a 5th level early stage shadow demon pig general were killed, and a 5th level early stage giant demon pig general had one of his left arms disabled. Now the 2 flying winged demon pig generals joined forces and were suppressed by Yi Xinghe. The fact that one person could achieve this step played an extremely crucial role in the battle between the guarding legion and the demon pig army. Stab! At this time, Yi Xinghe directly cut off one wing of one of the flying winged demon pig generals. One wing was chopped off, causing it to cry out in pain. It can no longer maintain flight in the air. Immediately, the whole person was kicked down by Yi Xinghe. Boom! It hit the ground, blood splattered everywhere, and he died immediately. Asshole! The giant demon pig general who had lost his left arm now showed terrifying jumping power. After jumping up, he opened his mouth and bit towards Yi Xinghe. During the real-time broadcast of the flight instrument shooting, the picture suddenly became unclear. It seemed to be a flying instrument that was attacked by other monsters. Something went wrong with all the broadcasts. This made the students at Star Academy feel uneasy. However, the blurry and unclear picture recovered after half a minute. When they recovered, they saw an amazing scene. The giant demon pig general had turned into a giant popsicle, standing on the ground, with Yi Xinghe standing in his open mouth. On the other side, the remaining flying winged demon pig general in the air changed direction at this time. It chooses to escape at this moment. At this point, we must seriously face reality. This human being is not something they can defeat. Yi Xinghe's body flew out, and the popsicle that the giant demon pig general transformed into collapsed. 3 of the 4 demon pig generals have been killed. The remaining one is running away. This record is astonishing to many people. Before, who would have thought that it would end like this? Yi Xinghe, who was just chasing, stopped the pursuit the next moment. His whole person looked solemn, because the flying winged demon pig general also stopped. At this moment its body was trembling. His eyes were full of fear. The magic pig never retreats. Have you forgotten? A powerful voice sounded from below. Then there was a terrible suction force, which directly pulled the flying winged demon pig general down in the air. King, I was wrong, I was wrong. The flying winged demon pig general struggled desperately. But to no avail at all. Under Yi Xinghe's gaze, the ground collapsed directly, and in the collapse, a huge pig's head, nearly 5 meters tall, appeared. At this moment, it opened its big mouth, and there was darkness in the mouth. The terrifying devouring power made General Flying Demon Pig extremely frightened. Not only the flying winged demon pig general, but also the bodies of other dead demon pigs here were sucked in. Demonic pigs that eat their own kind. And the aura is extraordinarily powerful. The flying winged demon pig general will all be called king. Obviously this is the strongest among this group of demon pig generals. A powerful existence in the late 5th level. This made Yi Xinghe feel a little uneasy. If the demon pig in the late 5th level is only at the 7-star War King level, it would be okay. But if it reaches 8 stars or even 9 stars, it will be different. In the broadcast of the flight instrument, people from all over Dongyao Mansion and the top 10 colleges looked at this scene with fear on their faces at this moment. On this battlefield, the corpses of the dead demon pigs were all devoured by that guy. Even the flying winged demon pig general is no exception. This shows even more how terrifying the demonic pig is. At this time, several figures behind Yi Xinghe flew towards this side. They are all strong warriors guarding the legion on the giant wall. But among these people, there is Yuan Hao, the most powerful king among the demon pig army. Such an opponent is not something that any student from the top 10 colleges can handle. Yi Xinghe's performance this time was already excellent enough. Next, it will be left to the powerful war kings of the guarding legion. Boys from Star Academy, retreat quickly. Leave this beast to us. Yi Xinghe looked at those people and didn't know what to say at this time. The king of the underground demon pig army has extraordinary strength. At this moment, the guarding legions appeared. Although these 6-star and 7-star war kings were large in number, they may not be able to kill the opponent. On the contrary, it may cause them heavy losses. However, it is really not convenient for Yi Xinghe to take action at this time. If you want to fight the king of the demonic pig army below, you must unlock Zanjetsu and perform virtualization. The blurring time is only 5 minutes. But in 5 minutes, even if he couldn't kill the king of the demon pig army, he could still suffer considerable damage. On the ground below, the king of the demon pig army finally appeared. It is also a giant demon pig, but its size is already comparable to some giant aliens. It has reached an astonishing 20 meters. At this moment, its mouth is still chewing the corpses of the demon pigs it has devoured, and blood is constantly splattering from the gaps between its teeth. The 20-meter giant demon pig exudes a strong smell of blood. On the side of its mouth, 2 extremely sharp fangs are particularly eye-catching. This time, the king of the demon pig army is a powerful monster in the late 5th level. The strong warriors who were guarding the legion in the air border had solemn expressions on their faces at this moment. because the aura of this giant demon pig is still growing. There are also strengths and weaknesses in the late 5th level. Those who reach the 7-star War King and 8-star War King levels are also in the late 5th level. And this giant demon pig is undoubtedly an existence that has reached the level of 9-star War King. However, I have been guarding the border in Dongyao Mansion for many years, and I have never seen any big winds or waves. Even the late 5th level people who have reached the 9-star War King level have been killed before. After all, the king of this demon pig army is just one. Still within their tolerance. But this battle may be much more difficult than imagined. Senior, I'm going to hunt other monsters, and aliens. Yi Xinghe didn't want to be idle. The college's points were still very important. As for the king of this demon pig army, it is left to the strong men guarding the legion. Be safe and be careful. Yuan Hao glanced at Yi Xinghe. There were very few people here who could threaten Yi Xinghe. One person fought against the 4 demon pig generals. This record is really dazzling. This time, the ranking of Star College will change because of Yi Xinghe. Then Yi Xinghe flew away quickly, but this time it was not a battle in the air, but a direct dive into the cave on the ground. These caves were dug by other monsters, and aliens. But Yi Xinghe entered the cave where the aura of the demonic pig existed. In the cave, there are other superpowers from the guarding legion, fighting with the demon pig. After Yi Xinghe entered, he quickly killed dozens of demon pigs, which of course attracted the attention of many people. However, Yi Xinghe was very fast. He checked the communication bracelet on his hand, sensed Lu Qingning's location, and left quickly. At the same time, the king of the demon pig army outside was already fighting fiercely with dozens of strong warrior kings guarding the army. At this moment, it has undoubtedly become the most focused battle. Other warring superpowers in the nearby area can only retreat. Even other monsters, and aliens quickly fled the threatening area of the battle. Some slow monsters, and aliens were directly killed after being affected by the battle. At high altitude, flight instruments broadcast the battle in real time. This giant demon pig, as the king of this army of demon pigs, shows quite abnormal strength. Its body's defense, flesh and blood can actually regenerate during the battle. In today's battle, the dozens of warrior kings guarding the legion did not take any advantage in the fierce battle. Blood rage. The giant demon pig waved its right fist and roared angrily. At this time, the entire right arm turned red and steam was constantly coming out. At this moment, the speed and power of his punches had increased exponentially. This blow caught the 3 6-star war kings who were attacked by surprise. I have used all my strength as much as possible to block it by pressing the bottom of the box. But still couldn't resist. The 3 people shot down directly from the air. It hit the ground heavily, and life or death was unknown for a while. And this is far from over. The fangs at the mouth of the giant demon pig have a terrifying gathering of dark power at the tip, shooting towards other warriors in the air. With the situation of the battle, the balance of victory tilted towards the giant demon pig. Underground, Yi Xinghe used Shunpo to keep moving forward. There are many corpses of demon pigs and some passages passed through. Now Yi Xinghe has moved away from the giant wall and towards the outermost direction. On the communication bracelet, it was getting closer and closer to Lu Qingning's location. Yi Xinghe could even tell from the corpses of some demonic pigs that they were killed by Lu Qingning. This girl is absolutely violent. What he did to the demon pig was like a dismemberment maniac. However, Yi Xinghe underground could also feel the vibrations above. But the underground depth is nearly 1,000 meters, and the force from above will not cause it to collapse. Even if it collapses, Yi Xinghe has the ability to get out. 10 minutes later, Yi Xinghe finally arrived at where Lu Qingning was. Although I had been prepared in my heart, I was still deeply shocked by the scene I saw in front of me. The demon pig brought all the female humans in captivity here. All the demon pigs guarding this place have been killed. There are not many women here, but there are nearly 300 people. Their faces were full of fear, their clothes were ragged, and their bodies had some scars and marks left by the demon pig. The flight instrument that followed Yi Xinghe had not been able to capture the picture when a figure shattered the flight instrument. The person who took action was none other than Lu Qingning. The flight instruments on Yi Xinghe's side were completely destroyed, and the students at Star Academy were shocked. Yi Xinghe understood Lu Qingning's behavior. After all, the flying instruments presented the faces of these people to those watching the live broadcast in Dongyao Mansion. These women could not live a normal life. You came quite quickly. Lu Qingning looked at Yi Xinghe, somewhat surprised. What are you going to do next? Yi Xinghe looked at those women and spoke calmly. I have already contacted the old man from Jin Academy and they will make arrangements. Now we just have to wait here. The old men at the Giant Spirit Academy were good to her, and she completely trusted them. That's right, you guy, where are the 4 magic pig generals? Suddenly, Lu Qingning, who was sometimes a little confused, remembered that Yi Xinghe's opponent was the 4-headed demon pig general. She knew the demon pigs very well and knew that when they dispatched an army of demon pigs, they would bring the captive humans with them. Because some demon pigs will vent their battle injuries and pain on some mature women in captivity. Especially when the demon pig army is about to be wiped out, the demon pigs here will kill all the human women in captivity when they get the news. To them, everything about these human women belongs to them, including their lives. 3 were killed, and 1 was almost killed, Yi Xinghe said casually. Lu Qingning showed an expression of Omega D Omega. Only then did she think of checking the rankings and noticed that Yi Xinghe once again ranked first in the personal standings. Are you a human? I think I am perverted enough, but you are much, much more perverted than me. Lu Qingning looked Yi Xinghe up and down. And when Yi Xinghe looked at Lu Qingning, this girl did seem a little not very smart sometimes. Could it be that it was because the Pachycephalosaurus turned into a beast, and it often attacked with its head, knocking itself out? Every word of perversion came out of her mouth, and it always felt weird. Half an hour later, several powerful warriors from the Giant Spirit Academy and dozens of powerful warrior spirits arrived. After they arrived, Yi Xinghe left. Maintaining the state of the Great Red Lotus Hyorin Pill, Yi Xinghe also wanted to kill more 4th and 5th order monsters, and aliens. And we got news from the Giant Spirit Academy that the king of the demon pig army was seriously injured and escaped. Its strength is indeed strong among those in the late 5th level. In this battle, the Guarding Legion lost 5 war kings. Among the 5 war kings, 3 are 6 stars and 2 are 7 stars. Even so, the giant demon pig was not killed. Although Yi Xinghe guessed that there would be casualties on the Guarding Legion's side, the actual casualties exceeded Yi Xinghe's expectations. The battle in the outside world is not over yet. Yi Xinghe can still take action. In the underground cave, Yi Xinghe shuttled. Occasionally, you can still encounter some monsters, and aliens. It's just that most of them are on the 3rd level, and very few are on the 4th level. As for the 5th level, they haven't touched one end. Under the current situation, no matter how small a mosquito is, it is nothing but meat. Yi Xinghe's personal points are increasing rapidly. The gap between Jian Yuani of Longdu College and Yi Xinghe, who ranked 2nd in personal points, was not very big. The growth of his points is slightly faster than that of Yi Xinghe. Jian Yuani's personal record this time is also extremely outstanding. It killed monsters, and aliens in the early stage of 5th level, as well as in the middle stage. An hour passed quickly after Yi Xinghe and Lu Qingning separated. At this time, Yi Xinghe was fighting underground and did not encounter a single superpower guarding the Legion. And the communication on my communication bracelet has been intermittent. Obviously it has exceeded the scope of information coverage. This breath, the original Yi Xinghe planned to return. But suddenly, Yi Xinghe, whose mental power was strong enough, felt a familiar aura. This aura will not be forgotten by Yi Xinghe for a while. It seems that he is the giant demon pig general, the strongest of the demon army this time, and their king. People from the Jin Academy said that it escaped. And he escaped with serious injuries. Its combat power must be far inferior to before. Looks like good luck. Yi Xinghe held the big red lotus hyorin pill in his hand and raised the corners of his mouth slightly. Then he swayed and ran towards the passage where he could feel the residual breath. The passage was filled with a disgusting smell. At the same time, at the end of the passage, the giant demon pig that was besieged by the powerful warriors of the Guarding Legion over there was only 2 meters tall at this moment. Its condition is very bad. Even if it has the power of regeneration, it is still unable to resist the life-threatening attacks of those strong humans. The power of regeneration has been unable to be used for a short time. At this moment, many of the flesh and blood on its body are cracked, and the cracks are deep enough that the bones inside can be seen. Its left ear is gone, and its right eye is also quite hollow at this time. But at this moment, it looked ferocious, looking slightly toward a passage on the left. In its gaze, 3 familiar figures appeared. At this moment, it has no murderous intent. It has one eye, only anger. The information you gave is wrong. How should you bear the loss this time? The 3 figures who appeared were none other than the 3 kings of the Xie family. The 3 of them looked at the seriously injured giant demon pig general and greeted him very familiarly. Zhu Chong. The head of the family has said that our cooperation ends here. Over the years, we have gained a lot of benefits from you, but we secretly send you many women. It was originally a deal. As for now, our Xie family is not worried about you being alive. The king of this demon pig general has a human name. If they were at their peak, none of the 3 of them could be this guy's opponent if they joined forces. But now, it's different. This guy can also explode into the strength of the early stage of the 5th level. Despicable humans. Despicable. The winner is the king and the loser is the bandit. The 3 kings of the Xie family, Xie Bo, Xie Fu, and Xie Yao, do not want to talk nonsense at this time, lest they have a long night and many dreams. They all attacked Zhu Chong. Although Zhu Chong was still able to resist, how could it be the opponent of the 3 Xie family 7-star war kings after being seriously injured? He quickly fell behind. He was suppressed to the ground, and the 3 of them were stabbed and shot twice. The 2 spears pierced into Zhu Chong's body and penetrated, causing blood to splash everywhere. The knife struck directly on Zhu Chong's neck, already cutting into 1/3 of his neck. If you apply a little more force, you can chop off Zhu Chong's entire head. Zhu Chong's tenacity surprised the 3 of them. Even though he was seriously injured, he was still able to persist until now. As expected of a powerful monster in the late 5th level, Zhu Chong can command an army of demon pigs, and his bloodline is extremely pure among the demon pigs. If you want to die, let's do it together. Zhu Chong knew he would not survive. The Xie family people plotted against themselves. Although they all get what they need and make use of each other. This was Zhu Chong's explosion before his death, and it was also his last blow. A terrifying force directly enveloped the 3 of them. Xie Bo, Xie Fu, and Xie Yao's expressions changed drastically. They never thought that even though they were almost dead, they could unleash a method that was enough to hurt their lives. Zhu Chong, we can talk again. Perhaps there is some misunderstanding in this. We can let you go, but don't fight so hard. But Zhu Chong's eyes were red, and all the flesh and blood in his body was evaporating. Once you take this step, there is no turning back. Let's die together. Zhu Chong laughed. Boom. The power surrounding the 3 people suddenly exploded. The 3 of them all tried their best to stop it, and even used the things in the storage ring that the owner left for them that could save their lives. However, even though Zhu Chong's life-saving blow was blocked, nearly 80% of the attack power was blocked. However, the 3 of them were affected, and they still vomited blood and crashed heavily against the nearby rock wall. This cave was shaking violently, and cracks appeared on the rock wall. If it weren't for this cave, which was built by the demon pig, ordinary caves would have collapsed long ago. I didn't expect this beast to still have a hand. Xie Bo's face turned pale. At that moment, he really felt the approach of death. But what's even more heartbreaking at this moment is that the life-saving things given to them by the family owner were actually used here. No matter what, it cannot live. Once the cooperation between us and it is exposed, even our Xie family will be in disaster. There was still viciousness in Xie Fu's eyes. Looking at the dead Zhu Chong in front of him, his flesh and blood were still evaporating, revealing the bones inside. Although I took the risk, it was all worth it to get the treasure this time. Xie Yao coughed and looked at a unique storage ring on Zhu Chong's right thumb. The powerful demon pig has many of the same habits as humans. According to their estimates, Zhu Chong's storage ring has a space of 500 cubic meters. Nearly 70% of what his subordinates obtain must be handed over to it. To kill them this time is not just to silence them. There is another thing that is extremely important to the Xie family, which is this guy's storage ring. But the next moment, the pupils of the 3 people shrank and their expressions changed drastically. Although they were seriously injured, they still maintained a certain degree of vigilance about their surroundings. At this moment, in addition to the three of them, there was actually another person coming here. I just don't know when the other party arrived. Have you heard the conversation between the three of them and Zhu Chong? If this news spreads, it will be a disaster for the entire Xie family. Therefore, the faces of the three people were ugly. Soon, the three people saw the person who appeared. Star Academy Yi Xinghe. In this academy battle, there is an extremely unique genius. Among the top 10 colleges, Star College, ranked 9th, has a monster, and its performance this time is extremely dazzling. If the three of them were in their prime, there would be nothing to worry about. If you kill them, there is no need to worry. But now, they didn't have the confidence to take action and wipe out Yi Xinghe. The three of them looked at each other and could only look for opportunities at this time. It turns out to be Yi Xinghe from Star Academy. We are members of the Xie family, the kings of the Demon Pig Army, and we have been killed by the three of us. You came at the right time, we need your help. You must know the status of the Xie family in Dongyao Mansion. We will be very grateful when the time comes. The three of them looked at Yi Xinghe with gentle and joyful smiles on their faces. But deep down in his heart, he was planning to let Yi Xinghe relax his vigilance, and when he got close, he would violently kill him. Anyway, they don't want Yi Xinghe to become a hidden danger. I wonder if the other party knows everything. I don't care about this anymore. Because of dead people, secrets can be kept better. Yi Xinghe had already seen clearly the little thoughts in the hearts of the three of them. I heard the conversation between them and the Demon Pig Army King. This shocked Yi Xinghe. Of course, even if he didn't hear it, how could Yi Xinghe let the three men go when it was such a great opportunity to meet the three kings of the Xie family? After all, Yi Xinghe had hatred between the three of them. If someone from the Xie family could be killed, Yi Xinghe would never be merciful. Especially the communication signal here is extremely poor. Although there was a new flight instrument behind him, Yi Xinghe was just ahead and cut off the signal directly and put it into the storage ring. Even his own communication bracelet, Yi Xinghe turned it off at this moment. Seeing Yi Xinghe's little behavior, the three kings of the Xie family trembled for some reason. This guy from Star Academy seems to have bold ideas for them. But does this kid really have that much courage? The people he wants to offend are the three kings of the Xie family. Little brother Xinghe, Xie Yao, who was nearest, had a smile on his face and was constantly adjusting his breath at this moment, trying to restore as much combat power as possible. But before he finished speaking, his head flew up. This scene made Xie Fu and Xie Bo not far away stunned. They couldn't believe what they saw. This fool boy from Star Academy actually killed Xie Yao. Yi Xinghe, do you want Zhu Chong's storage ring? We'll give it to you. If you don't have enough, we'll give you our storage ring too. There was a tremor in Xie Fu's tone. Yeah, Xie Bo also nodded repeatedly. Stupid, if I kill you, the storage ring will be mine too. Yi Xinghe sneered, saying this without thinking at all. Asshole. Yi Xinghe's cold gaze let the two of them know that they could no longer sit still and wait for death. Both of them broke out in desperate gestures. If we die, you won't even think about it easy. With an angry roar, he launched an attack on Yi Xinghe. But both of them only had one hit. After one blow, he ran away like crazy. Xie Yao's death brought great fear to the two of them. Now he is not thinking about killing Yi Xinghe, he is just thinking about surviving. The two of them looked like they were trying their best, and Yi Xinghe originally looked at them with high regard, but now, Yi Xinghe felt ridiculous. Did you run away? In its heyday, it was possible. But now the two of them were also seriously injured. They were seriously injured by Zhu Chong's desperate blow. In the end, it was Yi Xinghe who was cheaper. I thought that this time my prey would only be the king of the Demon Pig Army. Now the three kings of the Xie family are also given away. Cut out two roaring ice dragons in succession. Attacked towards both ends of the passage. Boom. Although the two resisted, they were now unable to resist. The ice dragon hit their bodies and turned into ice crystals, wrapping them in ice. The two of them looked frightened and uneasy. They did not expect that Yi Xinghe from Star Academy would appear here. Before they could take action to kill this kid, the other party took action first. After killing two people, Yi Xinghe's Hiranmaru's power was lifted. This is not because Yi Xinghe took the initiative to relieve it, but because his body has almost reached its limit. However, it has been long enough for Yi Xinghe from the beginning of the swastika interpretation to now. The harvest this time is really rich. Yi Xinghe grinned. Zhu Chong's storage ring belonged to him, as well as the storage rings of the three kings of the Xie family. Quickly remove the storage ring. Yi Xinghe also destroyed the bodies of the three kings of the Xie family without leaving any traces. After doing all this, Yi Xinghe left quickly from here. Outside, the fighting is still going on, but it is no longer as fierce as before. After Yi Xinghe appeared, he joined the battle again. As for the fact that Yi Xinghe could not be photographed for a period of time, it was not a strange thing, because people from other colleges also had the same experience. They all sneaked in and went to fight in places with poor signal coverage. If it cannot be photographed and recorded, you can use the recording function of the communication bracelet. As long as there is video footage, points can be evaluated. Yi Xinghe is now second in the standings. Of course, this is Yi Xinghe, and the record of killing the Demon Pig Army King has not been announced. Otherwise, Yi Xinghe would be able to surpass Jian Yuan by a lot in terms of first place points. It's just that Yi Xinghe has no intention of announcing the king of the Demon Pig Army. After all, Yi Xinghe doesn't want to expose the benefits he has received. Everyone knows that the king of the Demon Pig Army is a treasure demon pig. Many powerful warriors have their thoughts on that storage ring. The tide of monsters, and aliens retreated again. Outside the giant wall, temporary peace has been restored, but it is impossible to determine in advance how many monsters, and aliens will gather outside the deserted land next time. But it is certain that based on the experience accumulated in the past, it will only become more and more fierce. Within the walls of the Bureau, the strongest warriors from the top 10 colleges and the students participating in the college wars can rest and replenish themselves during the quiet days. Some injured students can also undergo treatment and recovery. However, after 2 days of calm, a piece of news spread within the giant wall. The three kings of the Xie family, Xie Fu, Xie Bo, and Xie Yao, went to the outermost part to kill monsters, and aliens, but they never came back. Everyone in the Xie family could not be contacted at all. This shocked almost all the superpowers inside the giant wall. After all, the three kings of the Xie family are not ordinary superpowers, but three powerful 7-star war kings. On the outermost side of the giant wall, there is the most dangerous place, and even a place where some monsters, and aliens have taken root. Although I also know that the signal coverage there will be affected by various aspects, but if I have been unable to contact you, then there is a problem. Some people with superpowers are already speculating that if there is no news about the three kings of the Xie family, things will be very bad. This will undoubtedly make more people fear that there are powerful monsters, and aliens hiding outside. Inside the giant wall, discussions continued, all centered around the three kings of the Xie family. Of course, the Xie family will not wait for news. The remaining 4 warrior kings here, with some of the Xie family's fighting spirits, cautiously head to the outermost part. Within the giant wall, the only one who knew the whereabouts of the 3 people was Yi Xinghe. 3 people from the Xie family could no longer be found. Not only did Yi Xinghe seize the opportunity to kill them, but they also destroyed the corpses of the 3 of them. In the past 2 days, Yi Xinghe occasionally came out of his resting place to do some activities, but more importantly, he took stock of the storage rings of the 3 kings of the Xie family, as well as the storage rings of Zhu Chong, the king of the Demon Pig Army. Counting is a mentally draining job. After all, there are some things that Yi Xinghe left behind and there is no need to exchange them with the system. On the 4th day of rest, Lu Qingning from Juling Academy came to see Yi Xinghe. In the past few days, Lu Qingning had been helping to escort the women who were keeping the demon pigs away from here. The reason for coming to Yi Xinghe now is of course to fulfill the original reward to Yi Xinghe. He had prepared a storage ring long ago, but when he gave it to Yi Xinghe, Lu Qingning's lovely face still showed distress. Even if you have small thoughts in your heart and want to cheat. But who called this fool? He was so strong that she couldn't beat him. She didn't care about Jian Yuani or Zhou Tianji, after all, he still had the confidence to fight fiercely. But this fool in front of me is different. Her instinct told her to stay calm. I've saved these things for a long time, why don't you leave some for me? Lu Qingning was a little reluctant to give up. At this time, she tried her best to show a cute and pitiful expression. In this case, the man in front of him might feel sorry for himself and save some for himself. Bring it to you. Pretending to be cute and making people feel distressed or of no use in Yi Xinghei's eyes. In the Giant Spirit Academy, this girl has a notorious reputation. Otherwise, how could this little girl become the eldest sister of the Giant Spirit Academy? Taking the storage ring directly, Yi Xinghei entered it with his mental power and took a good look at the contents. Juling College ranks third among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Mansion. And for hundreds of years, it has never fallen out of 5th place in the college rankings. Its foundation is extremely powerful. Just like this time, among the 7 students, except for Lu Qingning who stood out, the other 6 were quite weak. They were all among the top 30 in Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list. TCH. I'm so cute, can you bear it so much? Lu Qingning showed a omega cute expression. Go away, I'm going to absorb these giant springs. Inside the storage ring, there is a pool 3 meters long, 2 meters wide and 2 meters deep. There is a special spring water in this pool. It is sealed with forbidden power. The Giant Spirit Academy is unique in that it has the Giant Spirit Spring. It can strengthen one's body and even nourish one's mental strength. The Giant Spirit Academy will grant these Giant Spirit Springs based on the student's performance. The rewards Lu Qingning had earned through her hard work in the academy and the Giant Spirit Spring she had accumulated were now given to Yi Xinghei. Yi Xinghei drove Lu Qingning out directly. Lu Qingning, who was kicked out, showed a D-filled lower right triangle angry expression. Then he left from Yi Xinghei's side. Yi Xinghei, on the other hand, began to pack the Giant Spirit Spring inside into batches. I drank a bottle first. It's cool, sweet, and can make people feel refreshed in an instant. The strengthening of the body was not felt quickly, but after waiting for 5 minutes, Yi Xinghei finally felt it. Seems really good. A smile appeared on Yi Xinghei's lips. Another 4 days passed in a flash. Although monsters, and aliens occasionally appeared outside the giant wall, this did not require the intervention of superpowers at all. The superpower crystal cannon on the giant wall was covered with firepower and it was solved perfectly. On this day, the Xie family came back. The strong men of the Xie family who came back, instead of finding the 3 kings of the Xie family, were surrounded and killed by a group of monsters, and aliens, killing several people. At the same time, Yi Xinghei had already sorted out all the storage rings belonging to the 3 kings of the Xie family and Wang Zuchong of the Demon Pig Army. Put what needs to be exchanged into a storage ring and exchange it with the system. Exchange in progress. Host can redeem 5 platinum treasure chests, or redeem 1 diamond treasure chest. The system voice sounded. 5 platinum treasure chests, as well as diamond treasure chests, make a choice. The options are the same as the original gold treasure chest and platinum treasure chest. One is quantity and the other is quality. But Yi Xinghei, who had already received benefits, of course chose quality at this moment. The opening of the diamond treasure chest made Yi Xinghei extremely looking forward to it. Exchange for diamond treasure chest. Yi Xinghei said with certainty. The redemption of the diamond treasure chest is successful. Does the host open the diamond treasure chest now? The system's voice sounded again. Open. Yi Xinghei took a deep breath and spoke loudly. Diamond treasure chest opened. Host gets a chance to become completely virtual cow head form. The system voice sounded. This made Yi Xinghei's breathing become rapid. In its current state, Yi Xinghei needed the system to give an estimate of how powerful it would be when used. Every time the system estimates combat power, it can be accurate. System, if I perform complete virtualization, what level of combat power can I achieve? Yi Xinghei asked the system. In this world, with the strength of the Invincible War King, any powerful War King is no match for Host. Even Host can rival a 1-star War King. The system's calm voice sounded. After receiving the system's answer, Yi Xinghei was quite excited. It's really too strong. Of course, it's completely insubstantial, and its power is much weakened. Just like the power of the soul-slaying sword, it only shows 38% of its strength when completely blurred. But for today's Yi Xinghei, it is completely enough. The old guy from the Xie family is one of the top 10 strongest warriors in Dongyao Mansion. Its powerful strength has been recognized by the entire Dongyao Mansion. But now I have the capital to fight against him. The old thing had no choice but to die when he was completely transformed. Try to calm down your mood as much as possible. Within the giant wall, the superpowers guarding the Legion were resting. In order to deal with the future monsters, and alien waves. On this day, Yi Xinghe and Liu Yexi were walking around the living area inside the giant wall. Liu Yexi also performed extremely well in this academy battle. Ranked 12th in personal points ranking. But this is almost Liu Yexi's limit. Compared with Yi Xinghe, she is a full 10 places behind. In terms of points gap, it is basically impossible to catch up. First in points, do you want to compete for it? The two of them chatted all the way. When they talked about the results of the academy battle, Liu Yexi suddenly changed his words and asked Yi Xinghe. First, it's a bit difficult. Yi Xinghe spoke calmly. It's just that although he said this, he didn't take this first seriously at all. If you want, this is the first thing you can do at any time. Of course, this is just the first place in individual points. In terms of the total points of the college, Xingqian College mainly relies on Yi Xinghe alone. The gap with the previous colleges is still quite big. If you want, I can help you. Liu Yexi glanced at Yi Xinghe and mustered up the courage to speak. Help me? Forget it. Aren't you afraid that the people at Junwu Academy will blame you? Besides, if you want to win, I will win with dignity. Yi Xinghe shook his head. He understood Liu Yexi's kindness. Hey, Yi Xinghe, you are here too. At the moment, Liu Qingning was not far away, walking around with the people from Juling Academy. When he saw Yi Xinghe, he separated from the people from Juling Academy and ran towards Yi Xinghe. You bad guy, I sent you messages these days, why don't you reply? Standing in front of Yi Xinghe, Liu Qingning put her hands on her hips and was a little angry. Who is this? Do you like me? Then Liu Qingning looked at the tall Liu Yexi. Compared with Liu Yexi, she really looks like a child. Junwu Academy, Liu Yexi. Liu Yexi looked at Liu Qingning and introduced himself. She doesn't need to care about the opponent's strength. After all, there is a big gap between Liu Yexi and him. It turns out it's you. Have you heard of me? Why are you with this bad guy? Can this bad guy bully others? This guy made me so uncomfortable before. Liu Qingning showed a pitiful expression. When Liu Yexi heard Liu Qingning's words, her beautiful eyes couldn't help but look at Yi Xinghe. Has something happened between the two of you? Liu Yexi couldn't help but start to think more about it at this time. Go away. If you keep talking nonsense, I'll show you some color when the time comes. Yi Xinghe glared at Liu Qingning. This girl likes to stir up trouble on purpose. Obviously he said this deliberately, hoping that Liu Yexi would misunderstand. Don't look at her cuteness, even if she's not smart sometimes, she actually has some abilities when it comes to thinking. Give me some color, come on. Come on, I just like to bully people. Liu Qingning stuck out her tongue at Yi Xinghe, and Liu Yexi next to her looked a little uncomfortable. Why do I feel that I am redundant at this moment? These two people are flirting. Fighting is not allowed within this giant wall. Otherwise, Yi Xinghe really needs to catch Liu Qingning and teach her a lesson. But at this moment, an alarm sounded inside the giant wall. It has been a long time since I heard the siren sounding. There must be a large number of monsters, and aliens attacking. Rumble. There is a supernatural crystal cannon activated on the giant wall. A defensive attack has been launched. Within the giant wall, the superpowers guarding the Legion began to gather in large numbers. One by one, they trained in an orderly manner and headed outside the giant wall. Coming. Liu Qingning also put away her laughter at this time, and showed a solemn expression on her face. Even if it's not unclear, I haven't seen the situation outside. But at this moment, the roars of monsters, and aliens also indicate that they are even more violent than the previous times. I can finally do some exercise. These days, it's so boring. Yi Xinghe stretched his waist. There was a strong fighting spirit in his eyes. Indeed, it's quite boring. Now it's interesting. Liu Yexi nodded. The battle here is not only a battle in the academy, but also a battle to guard the border of Dongyao Mansion. The next moment, Yi Xinghe and Liu Yexi soared into the sky at the same time. Wait for me. Liu Qingning also quickly followed. On the giant wall, many superpowers have gathered everywhere. After Yi Xinghe arrived, the only 5th level supernatural crystal cannon was activated. Just one shot, but just this shot, under Yi Xinghe's gaze, directly killed an early stage 5th order monster. If it can be fired continuously, it can be seen that this 5th level supernatural crystal cannon is a threat to 5th level monsters, and aliens. Unfortunately, the next round will take place in 20 minutes. They were densely packed in the distance, and from just one glance, there were probably hundreds of thousands of them. The key point is that these monsters, and aliens are not all, there are still more appearing outside. After receiving the news, the outermost superpowers, even the powerful warriors, have returned. Because over there, the strong warrior king cannot rest. It's not like here, where you can rotate. Even if the warrior king is injured, he can escape into the giant wall and receive treatment. A large number of flying instruments on the giant wall took off. The real-time broadcast of the battle in the deserted land on the border of Dongyao Mansion is fully activated. This battle is open to everyone in Dongyao Mansion. Students from the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture are all witnessing the geniuses of their respective colleges. Over at Xingchen Academy, when Yi Xinghe's face appeared in the projection screen, the students in the entire academy became excited in an instant. Senior Xinghe, strengthen my stars. The first grade students had all unified their slogans in advance and started chanting together. This touched the other second year, third year, and even fourth year students in Star Academy. On the border of Dongyao Mansion, in the deserted land, the scenes of monsters, and aliens gathering together were extremely horrifying. But even so, the superpowers guarding the Legion jumped off the giant wall without hesitation. The Dragon Kingdom Guard Corps already shoulders the heavy responsibility of guarding. If the giant wall is breached, millions of monsters, and aliens will exist in that desolate land, which will have a huge impact on the entire Dongyao Mansion. Xinghe, be careful. On the giant wall, beside Yi Xinghe, there were 2 people falling down. It was the elders and Director Jia. Yi Xinghe nodded. Then he flew directly out of the giant wall. Hirenmaru appeared in the hand and turned into a stream of light. It first attacked the monsters and aliens in the air. Fighting, shouting, and roaring continued. It's a complete melee at this moment, but there are energy cannons on the giant wall, which can relieve a lot of the pressure on the guards here. After all, compared to monsters, and aliens are constantly gathering, numbering close to millions. And there are only about 100,000 superpowers here. If there were no supernatural crystal cannons, to quell the tide of monsters, and aliens here, we would have to fight 1 against 10. With the addition of the supernatural crystal cannon, it is enough to defeat 1 against 4 or 1 against 3. Different from monsters, and aliens, there are first and second levels. Among the superpowers fighting here, the weakest ones are all battle masters. Therefore, when the fighting broke out, the defending side still took the initiative in the fighting. Han Yifan led the other 5 people to hunt as many 3rd order and 4th order monsters, and aliens as possible. As for the 5th level ones, it would be difficult for the 6 of them to win together. At this moment, there are quite fierce battles everywhere. Xu Yijun, who turned into a giant, held a big sword in his hand. Black flames gathered on the sword. Every blow he made could kill hundreds of 2nd level and 3rd level monsters. Those monsters, and aliens kept attacking Xu Yijun's huge body. Xu Yijun's left hand kept slapping his body. Flesh and blood were flying, and some monsters, and aliens with the ability to self-destructed even though they knew they would die. It's okay to have 1 and 2 self-destruct. Dozens, almost 100 monsters, and aliens, even if they are only 2nd level ones, can already hurt Xu Yijun. This made Xu Yijun keep retreating and inserting the sword into the ground to stabilize his body. There was blood flowing out of the corner of his mouth, but his eyes were fixedly looking into the distance. There were 2 early stage 5th level giants over there, and they had already killed many powerful warriors guarding the Legion. Your opponent is me. He pulled out the big knife inserted into the ground and spit out black flames from his mouth. Black flames adhered to the broadsword, and the black flames became more intense. Shu Yijun then ran towards the two early-stage 5th-level giants. Soon the three giants were fighting together. Boom, boom, boom. The most outstanding person at Jilin Academy was Lu Qingning. She had transformed into a pagoda-headed dragon, and she simply attacked the monsters, and aliens with her head. But those monsters, and aliens were hit by Lu Qingning's head and were killed directly. Brutal, domineering attack. This shocked many of the weak warrior kings guarding the legions in the battle below. After experiencing it at close range, even they couldn't bear the impact of Lu Qingning's head. Where's that guy? The areas where Lu Qingning and Yi Xinghe fought were not very far apart before. Just now, she could sense Yi Xinghe's aura, but now Lu Qingning discovered that Yi Xinghe was missing. After looking left and right, he flew up from the ground and could not find Yi Xinghe. At this time, Yi Xinghe had already used the solution. Hirenmaru has become Daegyurin Hirenmaru. The fierce battle here now must be eased before more possible crises can be dealt with. How come there are so many monsters, and aliens this time? Can we really defend this place? No one has been killed yet, but many reinforcements have come from a distance. However, unlike Jinyan Castle, Dongyao Mansion is paying close attention to this area. Perhaps they have already started taking action, with other teams from the guarding legion rushing towards the border. Falling from the sky, the moment it hit the ground, the condensed blood under its feet froze. Yi Xinghe wielded his beheading, and the ice dragons gathered together, roaring, and attacked in all directions. Yi Xinghe will take away the inner elixirs and alien crystals from the monsters, and aliens that have been killed. This is allowed in battle. After all, this is the trophy of every superpower. There are more 5th levels. Yi Xinghe felt that the powerful aura appeared more and more. 1st level, 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level is not a problem. The main force is still 5th level monsters, and aliens. This has the greatest impact on the battle situation. Similarly, the mentally powerful war spirits and other powerful war kings also noticed it one after another. There was a solemn look on his face. On the giant wall, who have not yet joined the battle, are the war kings of the 10 major academies. As for the guarding legion, there are a group of strongest warrior kings, the weakest are all 5-star warriors, and the strongest ones have reached 9-star warrior kings. This group of people will not take action easily. Those beasts can't hold themselves back any longer. The 5th level is the final decisive battle. In the real-time broadcast, everyone in Dongyao Mansion can see all the scenes they see through each screen. Monsters, and aliens can basically estimate their strength by category and size. Even if you are not at the scene, you can basically identify those 5th level monsters, and aliens. At the same time, at the headquarters of the Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild, a group of superpowers were gathered and rushed towards the giant wall of Dongyao Mansion. And there is a very special name in the list of this batch of superpowers. 9-star Platinum Hunter, Chu Shi. But even though she was on the list, Chu Shi acted alone. Fighting to guard the border of Dongyao Mansion, Chu Shi's actions were protected by the Hunting Guild. Not even the Xie family can move. The headquarters of the Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild is located in Longyao City. At this moment, a group of senior Hunting Guild leaders from the headquarters gathered together. There are those who have outstanding business capabilities, and there are also those who are strong in their own right. 50,000 hunters have gathered at the nearest distance, and there are also many strong men from our hunting guild. The huge wall in the borderland must be defended. The head of the hunting guild headquarters is a bald old man. His aura is overwhelming, and he is one of the top 10 strongest kings in Dongyao Mansion. His words are the first order in the hunting guild headquarters. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.